All right, guys. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Like I said, I'm pretty sure I broke. Whoa. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure I broke. Does anybody see me like shaking right here? Why am I shaking like this? Is the browser acting up for this? Does anybody else see that? Does anybody see that, man? It looks crazy. Anyways, whoa. Why is it doing that? Alright, I'm gonna delete this and re-add it, I guess. Wow, this is my OBS that's acting like this. It's either my OBS or my computer. I'm just gonna leave it up and see what happens. As long as it doesn't break, you know. I'm just gonna leave it up and see what happens. I think that it actually now it's acting a little bit better. I don't know what happened there. Let me try to delete this. There we go. It looks like when I deleted my video, it worked. I don't know, man. Weird. It's weird. It's kind of like it's working, but it's just not in a way. Yeah. Whoa. As long as it works, man. Like I said, guys, let me know if this is working here. Cause it's like it's working. It's just being very weird here. Hold on. As long as it works, you know. There we go. Let me go watch the actual. There we go. Let me go watch the actual stream and see if it's working or not. Can you guys see me? You guys can't see me? What? It's so weird, man. You guys can see me, right? It's showing up on the screen. Yeah, there I am. It looks like it's working. I guess it's working. It looks great. Thanks, man. Yeah, no, my OBS is messing up, man. I don't know what it is. It looks like it's like having a seizure. Now it works. Weird. Now it's working now, I guess. I don't know what was wrong with it. Anyways, let's check my account. That's what I really wanted to do this morning. I wanted to check my account. How's the music level, by the way? Does the music level, is that right? Is that on point? The music level, let me know. Alright. Like I said, let's check my account. I swear I have not checked it this morning. I have not checked this account this morning, so like I really don't know. I might be disappointed, but I'm pretty sure it's over 1,000. It is over 1,000. Look at that. It's at yeah, it's well over 1,000, which is what I thought. I mean, I made like 300. I made like 300 and something bucks yesterday. Like, look, this is my account. I'm at 240. I'm at $1,074 in profit, which is definitely a nice little cushion for me. That's a solid cushion. And so yeah, I'm at $1,074 in profit. So not too bad. I'll take it. It's not me, Dave, man. It's not me, man. It's my OBS, which is my recording software, is giving me issues. OBS is just open broadcast software. It's a free recording software that a large majority of YouTubers and streamers use, and so it was acting up. It looked like it was just kind of twitching out. I don't know what was wrong with it. I guess it's working now. Yeah, it's working fine now. I don't know what was wrong with it before. Alright, guys. Oh, man. So let's look at some stocks. Alright, so first things first, PING. Is the music too loud? There we go. Alright, so yeah, PING gapping up. I'm going to go ahead and build my watch list now. I'm running a little bit late. So yeah, PING gapping up. It's probably one of my main watches. We also have OPRA gapping up some. That one looks okay. We got AXNX, which has less volume, I think. We got TGP, which pretty low volume as well today. Not the best. We got DDS. I wonder how Disney's doing after Disney Plus came out. And let's take a look at Disney. I know this is going to be one of my main watches. And yeah, I mean, as most people expected, and I mean, this one just shot up. It just skyrocketed up. And so, you know, this one made a lot of people some money yesterday, I'm sure. Let's see when some type of catalyst came out. But yeah, Disney Plus shot up yesterday. To nobody's surprise, I don't think. We also have IONS, which is gapping up, but relatively low volume. We've got Beyond Meat, BYND, which is up some. I might watch BYND, it just depends. We've got HPQ, which is Hewlett Packard. I traded this one the other day and made some money with it. I'll watch Hewlett Packard if it can get some volume. We got FRO. We got CBS. We got IBN. So yeah, honestly, the name of the game is boring, dull right now. Gotta watch AMD. We also have, in penny stock land, we have TROV gapping up. You can see TROV right here. So if you like penny stocks, this one might be solid for you. RHE. We got Fiverr. That looks okay. We got QGEN, which is Key-Agent, I guess. A lot of people were talking about MICT this past week. So yeah, that's the gap ups. None of them are really looking that solid, to be honest. They're all kind of looking terrible here. We got FLGT gapping down. We got FLGT. We got PRPO gapping down. We've got WB gapping down. We've got XNET gapping down. We've got SINA gapping down. We got CGC, which is a cannabis stock, gapping down. I'm gonna watch CGC. Gonna watch Cron as well. Gonna watch Cisco. So we have more gap downs today than we have gap ups. And if we look at the overall market, you know, it's down some as well after having a green day yesterday, a nice green day yesterday. But yeah, so that's what the market's looking like. But yeah, guys. Oh, I did it. I broke that $1,000 profit level. That's been a goal for so long, man. For so long, that was like a huge goal of mine, that I wanted to break the $1,000 profit level, and I wanted to just get over 1,000, and I want to test the withdrawal once I get to 2,000. But yeah, so it's cool that I broke it. You know, it's cool that I broke it. $1,074, and so it's a long time coming. It took a long time, really, but I did it. Broke that. We're gonna keep pushing here today. Yesterday my trade was super risky. It was actually a terrible trade though. And so I will say this. So even though I made like a little bit less than $400 in gross profit yesterday with this trade, it was a terrible trade. It was a bad trade. I averaged down a little bit and took way too much unnecessary risk. You know, And like, granted, like, listen, my system is a scaling in system, but yesterday's trade was not a great trade. That's me being honest about it. Just because it's a green trade doesn't mean it's a good trade. This was a bad trade on my end, and it was a dumb trade. It was a risky trade, and I think I let my desire. I was down like $1,000 at one point. Just bad risk reward. Stressed out, refusing to accept the loss, and it was just a bad trade. If you see me, I didn't post my P&L until like way later on in the day. Because it was just a bad trade, and yeah, I was a little embarrassed about it, but to be honest, and it sucks that that was the trade that broke over the $1,000 level, but sometimes you're gonna get in bad trades. I don't care what anybody says. Doesn't matter how experienced you are. Every trader gets into a bad trade every now and then. Every trader finds themselves in a tough position where they're making a bad decision, and that was me yesterday. But in the end, like I said, it was still a $400 win. I still profited, I gotta be somewhat happy that I profited. But I still need to. I've revised my rules a little bit with risk with this new system, and so we'll see how that goes. What's up, Maestro? What's up, Stephanie? What's up, Rudy? What's up, man? Alright, so yeah, I'll post my watch list. Most of the time, Cola, I'm just looking for gap ups and some gap downs. And so I'm just looking for volume in pre-market. I might watch CLVS as well. Maybe. Mostly that's on my watch list, like I said, is gap downs today. Like, that's mostly my watch list, but it's a little bit boring. Yeah, I mean, I know. I mean, yeah, futures, like I said, man. That's what I'm doing. I know it was a bad idea, man. That's what the whole point of me saying all that was. But yeah, like I said, listen, I could just pretend right now. I could just pretend that it was just my plan all along, but it wasn't. And it was just a bad trade. Like I said, 10 times now. It's just a bad trade, man. And usually the way I do it, like when I average into a position, usually the way I do it is I give myself like a maximum share size for that trade. So it's like, okay, you can only get in with this many shares, and you can only get in past or up to this level, right? And that way I can calculate my risk based off of the maximum range of that trade, and I can understand what I'm risking maximum range for that trade. And so that way when I do exit the position, I can base that off of what I'm actually risking to try to keep it at least close to 1-to-1 if I can. And because the accuracy will compensate for it regardless, if that makes sense. And so that's what I've been doing, and it's been working really well. I've just been giving myself a maximum entry, a maximum share size, and I'll scale into it. I'll scale into it, and if it goes in my direction originally, that's great. I'll take it. If it goes in my direction, that's fine, and I'll take a small win. And if it allows me to scale up closer to my maximum preferred entry, then I can take some bigger size. But if it breaks this, I always have a risk level in the trade, and I try to, like I said, set a maximum share size and a maximum entry level, and I think that protects my risk and keeps it to where I can analyze what my max loss will be if I do get stopped out, if that makes sense. I'm not just going to keep adding to it. BLNK. Blink is a charging station company. I've actually looked at it before and traded it a few times. I doubt it's tradable if it... Yeah, I doubt this one's tradable. I appreciate it, Charles. Yeah, man. I mean, it was a bad trade, man. And like I said, I think everybody has bad trades. I mean, I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with scaling into a position. I think scaling into a position is what a large majority of traders do. They don't just take in and out. You know, I think very few traders, at least very few experienced traders, just take, you know, in and out trades to where they just jump in with one share size and get out with another one. I think that most traders are going to be scaling into their positions like I am. And, you know, I think every trader is different. I think the big thing is that every trader is different. You know, I think that some traders are going to be able to better emotionally handle it. And I think I'm pretty calm as a trader. And I try to be honest with myself about it too. But yeah, like I said, I mean, listen, I've had one losing day the last, in over a week. I've had one losing day. You know, in the last 2 weeks, I've grown my account by over $600, and so I've pushed into over $1,000 in profit. I'm actually closer to $1,100 in profit now using this system. And like I said, I just have to protect myself, and you know, I think I'll be okay. How long have I been working towards that 1,000? I got the pro account a few months ago, so a few months, I guess. But I've been trading relatively small, just trying to build the system. And so with that, you know, it's not like I've been using full sizing this entire few months. Like when I first got the account, I kind of took it a little bit slower. And yeah, like I said, I'm in no rush to like take crazy big sizing. Like some people, you know, and I like listen, and I'm not saying this is anybody here, but the people that make fun of people for using small size know zero about trading. They know nothing about trading. And I think that when you first get started as a trader, especially, or when you first get a new account, to kind of get your mind right a little bit, you should take small size and kind of scale up and slowly increase size, which is what I did. But yeah, a few months. It's been my goal for a while, and you know, I made like about $500 in profit pretty quickly, but then I kind of stayed stagnant around that $500 profit level. Like I kind of went from like 500 to 800, back down to 400, back up to 600, and I kind of just stayed there doing that for a little bit, and finally broke past it. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, everybody's a little bit different, brother. You know. Like I said, I'm happy with it. I think, like I said, I think there's a difference between just gambling and just averaging down over and over and over again and planning to scale into a position. Because, like I said, what I do is I scale in and then I scalp out, and that gives me like good accuracy for sure. But yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, I'm just trying to be honest, because it's like, look, most of the time I don't make bad trades like this, but when I do make a bad trade, I feel like I should be honest about it, and I shouldn't act like, you know, it was a great trade. And yeah, like I said, I could sit here and just be like, yeah, it was a great trade. I made $400, you know, I made $400, you know, and just kind of gloat about it, but really it wasn't a good trade. And this one specifically was not a good trade. It was a bad trade. And so I just got to be real about it. Y'all leaving? All right, come here. All right, love you. Have a good day. I'll see you when you get home, okay?
Are we finishing class that we did yesterday?
JavaScript class? Yeah.
Are we going to finish what I missed yesterday?
Yeah, we'll work on it after school.
Okay.
All right, love you. Hey, buddy, come here. What's up, Rich? Yeah, my daughter's doing JavaScript class, to where she's learning JavaScript. I'm teaching her JavaScript. I figure that's like a good skill for her to learn. Where's Jack? I'd spam 6 to 8 4,000 share orders on the same stock for a better price movement instead of one 24,000 order, then I'd ride it for a few cents. Yeah. No, it's not just you, Jiro. Volume's very, very low. Boring day, honestly. Boring, slow day. Not really too much that looks solid. Alright, well, Comcast made my computer die for a second, and now it's back. What's up, guys? Don't leave. It's back. I don't know what's going on with my computer, man. Comcast. Thank you, Comcast. You know. Because when you spend $400 on internet service, you want it to just go out randomly. Shout out to Comcast. At least it came back on. I guess I should be grateful. At least it came back on. What's up, bro? What's up, man? Alright, buddy, come here. What?
Love you.
Love you. Here, put your shoes on over there, bud. Here, give me a hug. Come here. What? No, I have to work.
What about my teeth?
AMRN is halted? Oh, they definitely suck, man. Comcast is the worst. I'm not even gonna rant about it. I ranted about it yesterday. CSCO. I'm watching CSCO. I'm looking at mostly gap downs this morning, guys. Mostly gap downs. If you like penny stocks, there's TROV. There's TOV. If you like penny stocks, I mean, that one was up, and now it's down. But yeah, for me, I'm watching PING. Let me go over this now that my internet's back. I'm watching PING. I'm watching AXNX. I'm watching Oprah. That's the brilliant stock name, too. We got TGP, which I don't think the volume is that good. We got Fiverr.
Come on, buddy. Come on. We gotta go.
We got Pump, which is the greatest stock name ever. All right, buddy. I love you. We got Walmart here. Walmart looks good. We got CBS. We got SE. We've got IBN. But yeah, mostly gap downs this morning, guys. So we got FLGT. We got WB. We got CGC, which is a cannabis stock that I'm watching. And so yeah, that's basically it. There's nothing that really looks that solid this morning, if I'm being honest. Nothing looks great. There's not really any really obvious extended moves or anything like that. And so kind of boring. We got BYND, if you like those. Gapping up some, I guess. We got HPQ, which is boring too. But yeah, Walmart's actually probably looking like the best one. I'm going to keep an eye on Roku, you know, SQ, Cannabis with CGC, Kron, Walmart, WMT. But yeah, kind of a boring, dull day, guys. I mean, their internet's fast. Don't get me wrong, Manic. Like, listen, my internet's fast, bro. My internet's fast, man. But the problem is how their business structure. But yeah, like I said, my daughter and I, this is what happened, right? I think I talked about it the other day. So my daughter got like a D on her progress report. You know, she got a D on her progress report. Very disappointed in her because she has tutors that she goes to that we pay for, and she doesn't ever want to. She'll say, no, I don't need to go, I know the stuff. And then and the only reason she has a D is because she only had one quiz which she wasn't prepared for this semester, or this quarter. And so that one quiz is kind of dragging her grade down, and as soon as she kind of takes more volume with quizzes and tests, her grade will go back up. But one of the ways I'm making her earn back some of the stuff she wants, like if she wants to watch TV, like a movie at nighttime, after she finishes her homework, one of the ways I'm making her do it is I'm making her take 1 hour of JavaScript class every night. And so like I'm teaching her variables, I'm teaching her what Boolean and conditional values and you know, all that stuff is with JavaScript. And the reason I chose JavaScript, I could have gone with Python, but the reason I actually chose JavaScript is because it's the web design language. So it'll teach her how to build websites and teach her how to create more than Python will. It'll teach her how to create more than Python will. And so that's what I want to teach her, is how to create stuff. And so I'm starting her early. But that's how she earns it back, is she takes an hour of JavaScript class every night with me. And she likes it. She enjoys it. So CLVS will also be signaling sell. Yeah, she'll get there, man. Like I said, I figure she got a D in math. And so I figure the best way to get her to learn math is to teach her programming. You know, if she gets into programming, she'll learn math along the way. You know, she'll learn somewhat complex mathematics along the way. Not really, because everything's kind of stored in libraries now that you can just reference anytime you want in coding. But that's kind of my plan, is to teach her JavaScript. And if she starts now, by the time she's like a teenager, she'll be like really good as a JavaScript and programmer in general. And so that's my plan. But yeah, we'll see what we get today, guys. All right, so so let's start looking up some news, I guess. I mean, there's nothing that really looks that good, if I'm being completely real. So I guess we're gonna start looking up some news. I guess it's that time to look up some news. Alright, so AXNX here, AXNX, gapping up from 25.49 to 30.30. This one is gapping up after the US FDA approved the Exonix RSNM system for urinary clinical indications. So FDA approval for AXNX, and I mean, it's gapping up a solid, percentage move, I guess. But the volume's low, and that's the most disappointing thing with this one. So we'll see what happens with it, but we're going to move on. FDA approval for AXNX. Now we have OPRA. And this one's up after a guidance boost in earnings. So yeah, basically, they boosted their full-year revenue guidance to 300 to 310 million from 270 to 290 million previously. So not bad. They also reported third quarter rev that was 93.7 million, which is up 119% year over year, and also beat the analyst estimates as well. So yeah, positive results for OPRA, but the volume's low and boring. That's what I'm saying, guys. The volume's low and boring. So we'll see what we get. Boring one. PING is a little bit better. We'll see what PING is going on. The volume's a little bit better with this one, but it's still not necessarily great, if I'm being honest. I don't love the volume either. It had a little bit better volume yesterday in extended hours. So this move is mostly yesterday's move in after hours yesterday. Alright, so PING is up after it had a narrower than expected loss, apparently. So better than expected loss, smaller than expected loss for PING, and I guess good guidance. So solid fiscal 2019 revenue guidance. Their net loss was $595,000 or 1 cent a share, compared to the loss of $10.2 million or 15 cents a share, which the analysts forecast. So way better than expected for PING. We'll see what happens. Again, kind of boring. We can also look at BYND, I guess, here. Like I said, if you got anything specific you want me to look at, let me know, because the market's kind of dull today. Price target raise for BYND. HPQ. We also have TROV. TROV, guys. This is one of the penny stocks that's moving the most, and it looked a lot better about 20-30 minutes ago. But TROV is moving at least. And this one is up, and it says, quote, and this is from Dow Jones Newswires, and it says, the clinical stage oncology therapeutics company, and says, quote, the clinical stage oncology therapeutics company said that new data was positive from its phase 2 trial evaluating their biodrug in combination with the Zytiga and prednisone in patients with metastatic castration-resistant prostate cancer. The newly reported data includes efficacy and safety assessments of the October 28th data cutoff date for 15 patients that completed 3 months of treatment. And so it did show a clinical response for their biodrug. Sorry, I'm trying to read this. Yeah, so it's for castration-resistant prostate cancer patients. And they did show some type of clinical response for this, for TROV. They said 72% of the patients had decreased in prostate-specific antigen levels with the addition of the biodrug following 1 cycle of treatment. They also said 60% of the patients completing 3 months of treatment and evaluable for efficacy achieved primary endpoint of disease control. So, interesting study results for TROV. We'll see what happens with that one as well. We also have QGEN. And this one doesn't look bad either. Not incredible or anything, but it doesn't look that bad, I guess. But yeah, kind of a boring day, guys, so just, be careful. Not seeing any news except for a raised price target for QGEN. Maybe this is, yeah, this actually happened in after hours. Okay, so most of this move happened in after hours, and the news is that they're considering an acquisition. Bloomberg said that their market value is about $8 billion. And they're considering an acquisition. Or TMO is considering acquiring QGEN. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Not really anything else that I really love. In the gap ups, we can look at gap downs here. We got FLGT. This one is down after the company priced a $2.3 million public offering of common stock at $11.25. So it's an offering for FLGT. We also have XNET here, which is gapping down substantially as well. It reported negative third quarter results for XNET. We also have WB gapping down pretty substantially here. No, but it's fighting back. And this is probably my favorite gap down just because of the volumes there. And this one is down after reporting third quarter results for WB. We also have Cisco, which is CSCO. And this one's actually very voluminous as well. Looks like probably earnings, I'm assuming. Yeah, reported third quarter results for Cisco. And then this one is first quarter, second quarter guidance. So it actually issued upbeat results for its first quarter, but the second quarter guidance is what's dragging Cisco down here. And then we also have cannabis like CRON and CGC. CGC is probably moving more than anything. And this one is down after second quarter results. And the CEO said the cannabis sector challenges a, quote, short-term headwind. So yeah, CGC posted second quarter net revenue of 76.6 million Canadian on Thursday, which is up from 23.3 million in the same quarter last year, but their net loss for the quarter was 374.6 million Canadian, which is down by 71% from a net loss of 1.28 billion in the fiscal first quarter, and 13% higher than the net loss of 330.6 million in the second quarter. So their net loss is a little bit higher than the second quarter of this year and a little bit lower than the first quarter. Or way lower in the first quarter. So interesting here for CGC. Now for the overall market news. Like I said, the SPY's slightly down. Kind of a break-even day here. Alright, now let's go ahead and look up some market news. Can I look into Snapchat? AX isn't tradable? Oh, man. What's up, team? All right, so yeah, so let's go ahead and look at the SPY and the overall market news. All right, and so just to read this is from so China is holding an in-depth, it says it's holding in-depth talks with the U.S. on interim trade deal. Alright, so this is from, it says U.S. Morning Call, and the report says China and the United States, and it says, quote, China and the United States are holding in-depth discussions on the first phase of trade agreements, and canceling tariffs is an important condition to reaching a deal, the Chinese Commerce Ministry says. We'll see what we get with that. Alright, and so this is from, I'm going to read something from MT Newswires, and it says, quote, U.S. stock futures were mixed to lower ahead of the opening bell as investors weighed downbeat economic data from China and earnings from Walmart and Cisco, as well as developments on the U.S.-China trade negotiations. After stock markets touched record highs in the previous session, sentiment slumped Thursday as the latest economic data out of China signaled more slowdown in its economic growth. The country's industrial output in October slowed growth to 4.7% year-over-year, and compared with the 5.8% year-over-year growth in September. Also, growth in the retail sales during the month also missed expectations at 7.2%, while the 10-month growth for fixed asset investment was 5.2%, weaker compared with the 5.4% estimate, and property investment and sales growth declined in October as well. It says that the trade negotiations between U.S. and China have stalled. A day after U.S. President Donald Trump said he would increase tariffs on Chinese goods should the interim trade deal fall through. Most of the deadlock has stemmed from foreign purchases that China will be making as part of the deal, with Trump saying that the East Asian country promised to buy soybeans, pork, and other agricultural products from the U.S. of up to $500 billion annually. China, however, has refused to include the exact value of such imports in the agreement. End quote. So interesting. We'll see what we get here. Should be a fun day. Do I think CGC is coming back today? I don't know, man. It's possible, I guess. It's possible. All right, let's get Mitch up in here. Yeah, I have no idea, Francesco. Sorry, brother. But yeah, man, like I said, it could. Like I always say, I tend to prefer to just react to what the market does instead of trying to necessarily predict it. I'm not saying you can't predict what the market does. It's just not really my niche in trading. It's not really my style. Like most of my trades are reactive trades, and so we'll see what we can get. But yeah, team, if you're just now joining us, I did it. I broke the $1,000 profit level. I am now up to... I had to refresh that since Comcast. But yeah, I am now up to $1,074 in profit. So everybody making fun of me for how many trades I'm making, and everybody making fun of me of the sizing I'm using in my trades. I just broke $1,000 in profit. We're going to keep pushing. I'm going to try to bring it up to 2,000, and we're going to keep running it, guys. So let's do it. But yeah, CGC cannabis sector overall is down, and I think, you know, this is just down because of earnings in the cannabis sector. It's just about, I think all of this hype that it had the last few years might be starting to come down a little bit. I think that if you're playing cannabis, though, I think it's a long-term hold, because I think that cannabis legalization nationwide is inevitable. It's an inevitability, and that it's going to happen eventually, no matter what. And so I think that you got to be patient with cannabis stocks. At the same time, though, there is a chance that cannabis might succeed, but some of these companies alone might fail. Like, individually might fail. And so you do want to understand that as well. I'm not an investment professional, not liable for any losses you take. You always got to make your own assessment of the market and trade responsibly. But with that said, some of these might fail too. You never really know. I know TLRY used to be the one that everybody was talking about. And now look at it. CGC is the one that I believe Corona has a huge stake in. And now look at it. And so cannabis just been getting hit. Never underestimate the power of big corporations that don't want to lose profits, specifically pharmaceutical companies. Because let's be real here. Most of these big pharmaceutical companies that are just kind of slanging opiates don't want cannabis to be legalized because that's going to curb a lot of their business. Let's just be real for a second. And so it is what it is, but never underestimate how much they can lobby against it and affect the laws for it. And, we'll see what happens. I'm still hoping. I'm over here in Texas, What's up, bro? Here, hold on. I can't really hear you. My bad. Let me fix this. Alright guys, say something, Mitch.
What's going on, traders? How we doing this morning?
Here we go. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys?
Hanging out, man. What's up, team? Kind of podcasting you while I trade. Yeah, that's the kind of way to do it.
Yeah, I was hearing you talk about the lovely cannabis sector,
Right.
I think this has a lot to do with kind of the way that marketing is done and innovation. There's something that people call the product adoption curve. Okay, and so this is the way that products start off, guys. When a product is brand new, or a sector or an asset, you could even think about this like Bitcoin. The first thing we get is what's called the innovators. These are the people that get first to the technology, first to the product, first to the service, first to that asset. And these are the people that really start just getting in. They're even so ahead that most people think that that product, service, or asset is not profitable at that moment. So that's why they're called the innovators. Then we get into the next step, which is called the early adopters. These are the people that start believing in the dream. Okay, these are the people that it's still not a big move yet. It still hasn't gotten the majority, but what it is doing right now is getting that momentum and that potential for gains. And that's when the early adopters come in. This is when you could say, let's say for Bitcoin, it was before, I would say, the 3,000 explosion. Before it went to 6, 9, 10, 15. And then what we got is we get into the next stage, which is the kind of the biggest stage, which is the early majority and the late majority. These two stages are where I think kind of cannabis is in and where we're going to. Okay, so some of them are in the early majority stage where they've gotten a lot of investors and they're kind of just getting that kind of surge of investment in their stocks. These are lower price stocks that are just getting up there in the cannabis game. And then there's stocks that have been in the cannabis game, like let's say TLRY, Chronos, ACB, and stocks like this that I feel are getting in the stage of what we call the late majority. And so these are late investors that saw the big expansion in cannabis and are getting in the stock a little bit late. It's nothing wrong with getting in the stock late. It's just that you're part of what we call the late majority. And when you're part of the late majority, you're usually going to get a pullback. Where is that pullback going to go to? I don't know. I don't think investors certainly know right now in cannabis, but there's still a positive outlook in the long run, like John's mentioning. I think in the long run, these will turn around and become profitable. But for right now, they're going to continue fighting the industry as a whole because they're all competing within each other and growing massively. And when you have that much growth and that much competition, there's bound to be kind of growing pains. And I think that's what you're running into in the industry.
Yep. Yeah, and like I said, I think cannabis, unless you're day trading it like me, I think it's a long-term hold, and I think it's, I think even if you hold it long-term though, just to make you understand, it still might fail. Individual companies might fail, and the sector might succeed. And so, with
go
that,
to the last stage, which is the laggers, and you don't want to be part of the laggers.
Right.
A perfect example of a lagger would be like when BYND cracked, and now people are getting in it today. People are thinking this stock can come back up past 100. You're part of the laggers, and doesn't mean that it can't get back up, but you're definitely late to the party. So we call being late to the party, and being late to the party usually always not such a good thing, right?
Yeah.
But all right, guys, let's go ahead
took a
and
monster dive, man. That thing never looked back. It's still up though. That's the crazy thing. It's up from its IPO date. It's actually up.
Yeah. I mean, I personally, I'd give this stock under 50 by the end of the year, but that's up for everyone else.
It's like I said though, I'll say this, I know you got a few more stuff, but the biggest thing, in my opinion, one of the biggest reasons this fails is because they drastically underestimated how strict vegans are with their diet. Vegans are not about to eat with fake meat that's cooked on the same grill as real meat. They're not about to eat the real meat grease that goes over into their fake meat. Like, they're not about to touch that stuff, and so the McDonald's deal probably is not working that well. Again, most vegans are very strict. They're not gonna, if it's cooked on the same grill, they're not about to eat that, and I think that's what they drastically underestimated. My bad, Will. Go ahead.
No, just gonna mention something about Manic Tiger saying that if they're lagging into BYND, then it's easy money. I agree with you, but the problem with BYND is if you're in a normal broker, you're gonna have to pay a massive amount of money for borrows on BYND. It's usually not an easy short stock on a lot of brokers. From what I've heard, the borrows can be up to 125% times the stock. And so I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to be 100% down in any stock.
Yeah, no sir.
Yeah, I as much as I want a short BYND, and that's why I trade with TradeNet, so that it gives me that advantage where I don't have to worry about borrowing. But definitely BYND is one of those stocks that is such a hard borrow in a lot of brokers that you can't even short it.
Right. I can. Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Gloating about my platform. I could short it. I could have shorted it on IPO day.
That's just
not that I would want to.
No, that's a strength, and you got to know how to use it, and sometimes when not to use it. This stock IPO'd. Most IPOs have gone down. This stock got the sudden surge out the IPO, but then, like always, the story dies out, and then the stock starts fading.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Today we're gonna start moving in here. Let me start trying to run through this right quick. We got Apple with a downgrades towards 190 from Maxim. So this is kind of the bigger stocks. I like to always look at the bigger stocks, see where we're heading. A lot of the bigger stocks were at what we call top of the line, so near the highs of the 52-week average. So a lot of these stocks need these kind of good catalyst moves to keep pushing. I know you guys talked about Disney earlier, so that's why I'm talking about Apple today. We're going to see if Apple wants to pull back, but it's definitely gotten a drive from 200. We're gone from 200 in August all the way up there now to 270. We're talking about a 26% move and a $54 or $55 move up. So we'll be watching to see if Apple's going to start pulling back. I think 260 is an important level for that one, and I'll see if 260 wants to crack down. If not, I'll continue a bullish sentiment until Apple cracks that. Let's keep moving on a stocks that has been hit hard lately. KHC. This is a stock that got downgraded. Kraft on the daily chart has been really getting hit since this year, guys. January, late February, we got a big downgrade in this, and ever since then it hasn't gone kind of back to those levels. Those levels are 36.22, and now we're at 33.30s. I think this has a big kind of support below it, guys. The support in craft is going to be 31.60s. I'm going to be watching to see what's going on with this one, if it wants to come up, if it wants to come back. But the downgrades are really hurting this one, and I think it could go down to $31 today. Moving on to an upgrade, we have Uber actually getting an upgrade, guys. I think this is one that you got to start looking at on more of a weekly chart. On the weekly chart, you still see Uber coming down. You see it when it opened, it IPO'd at $42, and now we're down to 26. I think we're still getting kind of volume to buy in here as this big red candle on the 28. Last week, we got about 300 million shares to go through there. I think you need to see if $26 is going to hold on this stock before you start getting a bullish sentiment. And then I want to cover two secondary offerings, guys. Two secondary offerings right quick. AMRS. This stock has over 103 million shares in the secondary offering, and on the daily chart you can just look at this and it doesn't look good for this stock. It looks like it's heading towards $3 and below, so I'll keep an eye on AMRS. Another one that we can watch for an offering is Ring. I don't know if you guys remember this one. This is a high price stock that came out with an offering of about 1.7 million. So we're going to be watching this one to crack down through 160. That's going to be Ring for you guys. And then the last stock I want to really go into is an earnings. Is XNet. XNet got negative earnings. Yep. Reported earnings, quarterly loss of 34 cents per share. This is a 54% decrease over the losses of 22 cents per share for the same period as last year. This is reported from Benzinga, and the decreased sales also. So what you got here is at the end, it's negative and negative. We always talk about earnings. There's like about 3 ratings that you want to look at: guidance, earnings, and then you want to look at revenue. From here, you're getting a triple negative here at XNet. So I'm going to be looking to short this one on the daily. $5 is a really key price point for this one. I think after that, you got to move towards 450. So we'll keep an eye on this one today and see if we can nail it.
Yeah, sounds good, man. I like it.
And those are the stocks for me today.
I appreciate it, Eagles. Thanks, brother. Yeah, man. I am I broke $1,000 in profit, guys. That's what my big thing today. I broke $1,000 in profit. I did it. I am at, if you guys are just now joining us, like I said, I'm going to bring this up a little bit early here. I am at $1,074 in profit. I did it. I broke $1,000 in profit. The system's been working. We'll see if it continues to work, but I did it. I broke $1,000 in profit. All right, guys. I appreciate it. I did it, man. Yeah, I'm super pumped. I did it. Like I said, I'm going to be watching Pinterest at the open this morning. Or not Pinterest. PING. I don't know what stock that is, actually. PING. I'm going to be watching Walmart, WMT. I'm going to be watching Disney. I'm going to be watching AMD. I'm going to be watching the overall market here. So it should be fun. Should be fun, guys. Let's do it. Kind of a boring dull, terrible day, though. I will say that. Just kind of a boring, dull, terrible day. There's just not that much going on right now, team. There's just not that much moving. Nothing I really like. Unfortunately, we're just not seeing too much real, movement right now in the market. There's still some options. Other stocks I'm going to be watching is cannabis, CGC, like Mitch mentioned. We're going to be watching cannabis. CGC still getting hammered. It's still getting hit. And so with that, we'll see what happens. But it's still getting hammered there.
All right. Some of the stocks that I'm seeing on upside potential, Lyft. Lyft has some upside potential here. 44 would be a big price point for it.
Lyft, LYFT.
Also, what we've been seeing a lot of, guys, is kind of these growth stocks coming back into play. So what moved the SPY up was a lot of the value stocks, like bigger stocks, like let's say Apple, Disney, stocks like that, Walmart, bigger stocks, the big boys. And then what's kind of moving back is I see a rotationary play in growth plays, stocks that have potential. So that's why we've seen kind of bounces. Roku got bought up. And so we're going to go ahead and watch. Roku is a good play. It's been very volatile in the last kind of couple months since September. This stock has been very volatile. We're talking big moves daily. So definitely one to watch. Has a big resistance at 150. I think that's going to be a really key price point. Not only is it a resistance, but it's also a psychological level.
Yep.
And so you got to watch for that 150 in Roku.
Yeah, I've been trading Roku a little bit more often too.
I think you could watch maybe for a downside move in Netflix. Netflix has a huge resistance there at 296.20 and 300. So I think that's one thing to watch because it's going to be such an important level. It's also a psychological level and something to watch to see if Netflix can get back above 300 or if we're going to look like we're going to head towards 250.
Yeah.
I think this is one that I definitely want to keep an eye on today, just for the fact that it kind of took off on the downturn during the close yesterday.
Yeah, does anybody know why AMRN is halted?
AMRN had a lot of FDA approval. That's why it spiked. So I'm guessing it has to do with that.
Yeah,
it's news based and it has to do with the FDA approval.
Is halted for FDA meeting on fish-based cardiovascular drug. Okay, so yeah, it's an FDA meeting actually. So with AMRN, we'll see what happens. It's one of the good things is really looking out for the biotechs of the weeks that are supposedly to have phase 1 or phase 2 meetings with the FDA, and that's how I was able to look up AMRN on the weekend and kind of know that this one was coming into play. So one of the tips I can tell you guys to do, if you like biotechs, definitely over the weekend, do some research on these biotechs. Find which stocks are having reports coming out soon. And then you can look for them on the daily chart to set up daily long patterns, kind of giving you a signal that it's setting up for that play. Yep.
Especially look for investors to get in on the day before the FDA approval or disapproval.
Yeah, those could be super profitable for sure. All right, guys, remember hit that. What's up, Arena? Remember to hit that subscribe button, guys. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning for free on YouTube. You know you want to subscribe, even if you don't like us. We might lose, and you don't want to miss that. You're going to miss it. You're going to miss being able to troll us if we lose. And so hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications, show your support for what we do here. I want to see at least 50 likes today on this video. And if you don't do it, I'm not going to do anything. But I'd still like to see 50 likes. That's right. Hey, Pop, I got you, bro. I heard you wanted rain check. I gave you rain check, man.
People going crazy on AMRN, announcing potential of $50 per share.
Yeah, man. Ugh, I don't know about that. But
That's ridiculous. But hey, if you look on the weekly chart, the stock has been building for this breakout for over a year.
yeah, $50 is like 130% win.
We're talking about this stock has been doing a potential move for over a year. On the weekly chart, you see 3 resistance at 23.26. So I think that's the next important level for this stock. If it can get volume to push through there, then it can get through the 24 and maybe get up there.
Yep.
All right, guys, getting towards that open, guys. Time for everyone to get nailed down, ready for the open here, and so that we can go ahead and be what I call market ready.
Yes, sir. All right, we got AMD. We got AMD making a drop before the open here. It's down to 37.40s. We'll see what we get with that one as well. But yeah, guys, I broke my profit target. I broke it. You know, I did it. We'll see what we get, but I broke it. You know, at $1,074 in profit. And so it's been a long time coming. It was a long road to do it. And I know somebody was like, "Hey, you shouldn't celebrate it." I know, man. Listen. It's been a long time coming. I think in trading you got to take some wins when you get them. You know what I mean? You gotta give yourself credit when you do get them, because if you don't, it's just gonna be kind of a constant drag.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with it, but I'm happy for it. Next step is 2K. We're gonna try to bring it up to 2K. I've got the good thing is like I've got a solid cushion now. You know, I've got a really nice cushion where my max loss is like a long way away, and so
you know when you score a goal, you gotta celebrate.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I'm in all for celebration. You know?
Right. Yep, exactly, man. I did it, bro. I did it, man. I'm at 1,074.
It's just like, you know, some people say that, you know, cockiness is not something that is a good thing. Yeah, some people don't like it. I think at the end of the day, it's something that if you're going to be the best in anything, you got to kind of have that mentality that you can be the best.
Right.
Because if you're not going to have that mentality, then well, why are you here? You know?
Right. Here's the bell, guys. 3 seconds.
So let's do this, guys. Let's beat those lines out there. Let's focus on our strategies. Let's focus on our entries and exits and just do what we know how to do. Don't try to go outside of your element. Just stick to what you've been trained and you've been working yourself in conditioning.
That's right. There's the bell. We got
all right, one of the major things I'm going to be trying to do today, guys, is trying to use a bigger time frame chart, really get that time trend and try to master that. Walmart's going to be really important pullback here. Let's see if it holds 123s and tries to push back towards that 126. Immediate down move in LK. We'll watch this one. Yeah, LK, it looks interesting to me. $21.08 would be an entry. What do you think about this LK?
I had that one on my list. I kind of moved it. There's the SPY though, ripping up to 309. LK. It all depends on what it did. You know, I want to see it pick a direction.
A million and a half volume coming in ACB here out the open. Big amount of volume for this stock.
WB is just getting hammered here as well, but the SPY is ripping here, guys. The SPY is ripping up. I know they had some type of news that they might be getting closer to reaching a deal, I think, or something of the sorts that I read this morning. But SPY's pushing up to 308s, 309s, so SPY's ripping up here. Maybe we'll get a volatile day. Sometimes, whenever the market's boring and dull and there's nothing to trade, sometimes we get great market days and stuff starts to run. And then sometimes vice versa, when you get a lot of stuff on your charts, nothing starts to move. And so we'll give it some time here, wait our few minutes, and then start attacking some stuff.
All right, guys. ACB, if it comes back to 341s, 340s, it's gonna look good. It's a smaller range. It'll be a 10-cent profit, but we can risk there 4 cents. Trying to see if LK comes to 21 here.
Look at the market go, guys. The market's ripping up this morning. Actually, very volatile. It's up over 309 now. And so, market's been very volatile this morning. Huge moves. A lot of stuff is. CGC's ripping up, or ripping down. SPY's ripping up.
Yeah, I think what it is here is a triple bottom on the 15-minute chart there at 308.70s. Let's see what the bottom is this here. Yeah, 308.69, 308.70s. I think there's a triple bottom on the 15 on there. So look for that level to hold today. That level holds, I think we can get a good rip. ACB getting pushed there, guys. That's what I like to see on really a VWAP fade is big volume out the open. I think that's one thing that we haven't been getting, and we're getting it right now in the cannabis sector. They're getting hit hard right now. Chronos and ACB leading the way.
Yep.
Chronos will look for a move back to 690. All right, guys, might get an LK here.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for some fake out fades. I think those have been more profitable than anything lately. I don't know how I've liked regular fades. I think regular fades have been kind of getting faked out a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely can't disagree with that. Did we get above 21 there? No. Oh, big sizing showing up for LK there at 85s. I'm talking big sizing.
Gotta look at DDOG. I forgot about that one. DDOG was a move earlier this week. Oh no. Guys, if my computer dies, I apologize. Like, I didn't mean to make that rhyme either. But for some reason, guys, my computer's acting funny. I don't know what's going on with my computer.
All right, expecting a pullback in Walmart towards the 123s. AMAT looked really good too. For a fade. Tech sec.
I don't know if I want to jump in or anything right now because my computer's... Does anybody else see that? How my computer's acting? I'll have to look on the screen and see if they're seeing on OBS too. Hopefully it straightens out, but yeah, look at that. AMRN is open? Well, somebody was just hyping that thing up then.
All right, guys, taking 50 share position here off 2107s here. 7 cent risk here. Really small position, guys. One of the things I'm trying to work on is execution. Not really worried about my realized or unrealized gain today. Just want to nail some stocks here.
Yeah, I'll throw you up. Yeah, my computer's acting funny again, man.
All right, guys, so short right here. Risk is going to be right above that, guys. The big thing is I saw a huge level of volume at 2085. So when it comes in approaches 2085, we want to see it break down through that 2085. If not, it can recollect volume there and squeeze right past my 21. So that's where I got in there, guys, off of 21, off that last high, 2106.
Yeah, I don't mind LK right here, really. I like that 2106 risk.
Yeah, I just like it just because I saw a lot of volume out the open. It has a daily chart gap, hourly chart showing that it broke the support. Big support is 2086, 2085s. So we need to see that hold. As long as that holds, you know, we could break down through it and get a big move. So just need to hold this last high. And at the end of the day, guys, I went in with this. This is a really small position for me. I'm liking Chronos. Chronos is getting up there.
Oh, it must be pre-market. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at Roku. Roku needs to pick a trend a little bit more, though. It did rip up, but I want to see it confirm this trend a few times. I'm also looking at HUYA here. HUYA is right around the VWAP. I might consider it here, too. Looks like my computer's acting better now. Man, I don't know what's wrong. I deleted a bunch of old coding files, and so maybe I accidentally deleted something I shouldn't have.
I took away my second order form, but if I did have a second order form, probably would be taking Kron right now, risking off of 695s. Let's stick with the LK though. Let's just focus on this.
I'm looking at HUYA, but the spread is what's stopping me right now.
About to get stopped out. Anything above this 2108s, anything fills there, we get out.
Get the spread on HUYA to get a little bit better here.
Walmart come to that 123. Yep, right to that 123 and then right back up. Need to start trying to play these bigger, longer plays and do a red to green move on them. Right off that support.
Disney. Yeah, AMRN's not open. Disney ripping up here. Look at Disney. Still very strong. I might look for some bounces. I've been, yesterday the trade that I made the most on was a VWAP bounce. Or no, it wasn't. It was a fade. I'm looking at CGC though. CGC's starting to kind of peel back here, so I'm watching that one for sure close as well. And like I said, guys, if you're just now joining us, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. I think my wife might actually be here tomorrow to trade with us. I think Carol might be here tomorrow. I know we've had a lot of people asking when Carol was going to be back on stream. I think she might be here tomorrow, team. So if you want to, you know, hang out with my wife and I tomorrow, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, I'm looking at CGC for sure. CGC pulls back to that VWAP level. I can have a really nice risk at 27. Problem is the range is actually pretty big for CGC here. You know, I get it at 614. I risk off of 627, 630. It's really not that bad. 633 is where I prefer to actually risk. But we need about another 20 cent move up before we take it. That would be my risk right there. A lot of squeezes though. And Roku here, I might take Roku for a bounce right here actually. Especially with the way the SPY's moving. Let's see if I can hurry up and catch it. Even with the small size would be fine. Man, you guys saw that. I'm like, here, let me try to catch Roku on the bounce. There it goes.
Kron.
Ugh. I was like
Short
racing.
Kron, guys, off of 699s.
Appreciate the sub, Donovan. Welcome, bro. I appreciate the sub, Joseph Santiago. Haven't you subbed here before? What happened, bro?
All right, let's start seeing what we got here.
I'm gonna go ahead and buy a little bit. Oh no, I bought 100 shares of Roku. What am I thinking? Or no, it's just 20 shares. Okay, good. I was about to panic, man.
No need to panic.
Honestly, if I accidentally buy 100 shares of Roku, I'm not trying to risk $100 off of this trade. I'm trying to risk, you know, 20 bucks. Not a lot. And I'd like to scale into it too if I can. Because it's a VWAP. There we go. Added another 20. Now I'm in with 40 shares. I'm trying to scale into it because it's maybe can add a little bit more to it too. Nice little move up here for Roku. We'll see if it breaks this. I could take a little bit of profit off of this one. There we go. 20. Just took half off. I'm up about 30 bucks with 40 shares. Little pullback there.
All right, getting squeezed. Squeeze there in cannabis.
Maybe I got greedy with this trade on Roku. I took half off. I mean, I guess it's not that bad. I guess I could see if it breaks, but... You still in it?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, I just realized my screen.
Bunch of red to green moves.
Oh man, try checking out VY bounces. I mean, I was on one on Roku. I guess I got impatient with it though. Well, I'm still giving it Roku a chance, but I probably should have just exited way up there. Maybe it'll move back up here, and at least I built up some profits. It was a small win anyway, but.
Alright guys, gonna try for a huge VWAP bounce play. Gotta go in here with like 10 shares.
Yeah, I mean, I went in with Roku with 20, and I was up 30 bucks at one point. Like I said, I just got a little bit greedy. The SPY's pulling back to the VWAP, so I gotta be careful. Really, it's like what it is now. Luckily, I took profits, and I'm still okay. And I can like add my size back if it pulls down anymore, but. We got to see the problem here is that if the SPY does not bounce and if the SPY breaks underneath the VWAP right now, Roku's almost certainly going to follow it. I'm still thinking about adding, but luckily I took profits at the right spot, but the weakness. SPY bouncing up a little bit, maybe that'll help, but luckily it's just such a tiny size for now. Yeah, some people are saying, hey, my red's gonna be halted all day. I did buy VWAP bounces, man. That's what Roku was a VWAP bounce. Alright, we're getting a big pullback. Luckily, I can hold this one break even. But dude, just a rough drop here. I got out. I'm keeping this one break even. Gonna move on from it, but yeah. Like I said, if the SPY doesn't hold, and the SPY doesn't hold at the VWAP, Roku's coming with it, almost certainly. If you look at both charts, they look almost identical. But, like I said, protected myself, kept that one break even. CGC's up there now. I don't know if I want CGC though, because it's pretty extended on the downside now after that.
Alright guys, trying to do a VWAP bounce play here off of 284s, 68s. 68s here for Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, just be careful. I see a lot of stuff actually running through the VWAP like mine reverse too. You said Netflix?
Yeah. Well, went on the long side. Let's see what happens here.
Remember guys to hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. Okay, so this actually should help you. The SPY is just ripping up here. The SPY completely reversed and broke above the VWAP. Is actually closer to the highs of the day now. And so that should help, I would think. CGC faking out the fade. Glad I didn't take that one. I'm looking at Oprah. OPRA. Yeah, I mean, that's what Mitch is. Mitch is long, I think, in Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Now, if CGC gets rejected and gets pushed all the way back under here, I'll consider shorting it, if that happens.
AMTD, guys, with a big reversal from a red to a green move. Can watch this one to come back to VWAP or even come back towards the resistance, 3960s. I'll take that trade if it comes back. Sorry about that, guys. Got a phone call there. Yeah, AMTD, definitely big mover for the day. I like that rip out right there.
Yeah, Netflix.
All right, guys, gonna sell some right here. Sell 10 shares here. All right, sold 10 shares there at 28.17. Now gonna look to hold the rest and let it break out if it does.
Looks good, bro.
What I like is at least I bought the bottom.
Right.
I bought it into weakness, not into strength.
Yeah, it was a good entry.
All right, guys. Once it hits up here to this resistance, 286.70s, I'm gonna go ahead and cover some. Just cover the rest.
Yeah, I've been trading Netflix and Tesla a bunch, and they've been actually doing fairly well.
There you go. Just sold out, guys.
Nice trade. $30 win. Nice work.
Not bad,
Not bad
for
with
20 shares.
bro.
Yeah, not bad with 20 shares.
That's kind of how I've been doing it most, like the first hour of the day. I've been just trading small, and then I've been taking my swings when it's a little bit more favorable. But I've had some good trades with small size on Netflix, Tesla. You know. I'm looking at CGC. CGC got rejected and is back below the VWAP. Like I said, the problem with it is that it's so weak already. But I don't mind trading it a little bit here. But that's the issue I have with it.
We'll look for AMTD to come back to 3960s. AMTD to come back to 3960s.
All right, I jumped in with 100 shares of CGC there. Just a small trade. Look to see if it gets flushed below the VWAP again here.
I want to see stocks that are red pull into green. Looks like it's being the most effectiveness today. MIK having that kind of setup today.
Nice quick
green.
flush for CGC here. We get another 5-10 cents down, I'll take some profit. Oh, HUYA flushed nicely there. I was kind of watching it too. Unfortunate, I didn't take it, but it is what it is. Get a bounce up here. I might add a little bit to CGC, and then, like I said, just kind of risk it off of this 30 level up here. I don't know what my entry is. My entry is probably at 5, risking like 25 bucks maybe in this one. There we got my adding chance. Oh well.
Yeah,
unless you guys
TD
can see
really
me.
ripping.
Alright, the last track. It's called It'll Be Alright. It's called It'll Be Alright. Let me see. By DJ Dens. Yeah, we're back down to these lows here. Never got a chance to add. Kind of bummed out I didn't get to add to it. We might get another chance though, if this level holds its support. View up fade on Tesla. Let me check out Tesla. Ooh, that thing did get hammered. Rejected down there. Missed it. Not really. It actually squeezed up a little bit too much. Right now it's still sideways technically to me.
All right, guys, gonna watch Kron to see if it can break out through 7 here.
WB. Yeah, WB is consolidating nicely down there. If it pulls back to the VWAP, it might get interesting too. This level's built up a lot of support that it's struggling to break. Here we go. There's the break. Gonna take half off there. Just play with the rest, I guess. I got out there. It looked like it was about to rebound back over this high, so maybe it got screened out, but it's just a scalp, a little scalp there on CGC. Building up some cushion. Maybe I'll think about adding. Wait. I didn't get out? Oh, I didn't get out. Why? I was right about it too. It bounced immediately back up there. Dumb. You guys saw me. I thought I got out there. Alright. I'm gonna get out here. Now I'm out, I guess. I'll consider adding back. I want to bounce back to the VWAP up here. Like I said, I mean, here's the squeeze up that I was trying to avoid. You see this? Look at that. That's what I was trying to get out from. At least it kind of came close back. Like I lost out on like a buck, but this was the bounce I was trying to avoid. And the bounce I'm actually looking to add into. But, you know, basically if the reason I knew this was going to bounce is because this big wick right here just means some buying pressure. And so when you see a wick come all the way back up like that above a support level, there's a solid chance that it's gonna bounce, and like that's what happened. So that's why I ended up exiting my position, and I'll just consider adding back to it up here. It's just a small trade right now. Like I said, of course I'm making pretty solid wins, but we're gonna keep growing the account. I'm gonna try to make $100 a day is my goal. If I can make $100 a day, I'll be happy.
Lift crashing today, guys. Lift crashing today.
And remember, team, to hit that subscribe button. We do this every weekday morning
Uber
for free
crashing
on YouTube.
Uber fading nice, man. Uber and Lyft fading nice today, guys. Just didn't see those.
Yeah, those look solid.
Solid.
Yeah, look at both of those, man.
Solid. Good
Maybe
risk
I
to
got
reward
faked out
on
of
the.
here by CGC. Yeah, but no, go ahead, my bad.
No, it was really solid, those plays. So.
Yeah, man. The opening one right around like 8:35 looked good. But yeah, maybe I got faked out of CGC. That wick faked me out. Oh well.
Looking for Walmart to pull back a little bit more and then rip back out. So With that one, I'm looking for support to hold down at 122.78.
Seth said, held Roku long yesterday, made $70 today. John, I swear this is like my morning radio channel. Once I reach my PDT rule. Yeah, man. That's what a lot of people say. They listen to us on the way to work. They say that they listen to us. They use us as like a podcast. Because it's like, you know, you guys know me. Like, I'll talk trading sometimes, but I also talk about random entertainment nonsense.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's fun to just hear, like we say, win or lose.
Right. Yeah. Some people are cheering when I lose, and that's all right. Y'all are watching regardless, you know. Yep. Y'all are watching regardless. It's funny because it's like you get people that chronically down like our videos, right? Just no life. They just have zero life, right? But the funny thing is that they are obviously subscribed and they obviously click the bell because it's like as soon as we post a video, they'll dislike it. And it's like, hey, look, if you're subscribed and you got the bell clicked and you're giving me instant engagement on my video, what they don't realize is that likes and dislikes count as engagement, and that's gonna boost the video regardless. And so, like I said, thank you. I seriously appreciate it. You know, you taking the time to engage with my video regardless of whether it's a like or dislike. Hey, I appreciate it. And that's what they don't realize. It's actually
all right, guys. LK breaking out there now. LK really getting a push there for a red to green move. Gonna look to see if it can pull back towards 21.11s. That's really where the ad part was.
Yeah, I'm looking at CGC again here. If it can bounce up to like 6 VWAP level, I'll add back to it. $2,000 a week should be a minimum day trading goal. I mean
that's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about
that.
Man.
Slide it over.
Right. I don't know, man. I guess you could make that your goal, you know? Hearing that's like the equivalent of saying my goal is to make $1 billion in a year, you know? Like, listen, and I'm making fun of myself when I say that because I trade with like 20 shares, you know. But yeah, I mean, listen, everybody's gonna have different goals. Everybody's gonna have a different standard of living, you know, where they are, right? Some people can live like kings off of $50 a day. You know, for $50 a day in New York or California, you know, you might be able to buy coffee with it. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's how it goes.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. It's not objectively, you know, it's not an even standard. You know? It's different for everybody.
Alright guys, let's see what we got moving here. NPH. Ooh, the NPH, man.
I'm looking at TGP. This one was on my watch list. It didn't really have that much volume, but I'm watching that one. IRM.
Kron looks good there. After that rejection there.
Yeah, I mean, I traded CGC. I'm still waiting for it to bounce back for a fake out fade just because we have that really obvious risk level above it, but I don't know if I'm going to get it now. Maybe I got scared out early. We'll see. Netflix has bounced again really nicely there. Pulled back exactly to the VWAP, bounced really well. I'm telling you, man, Netflix and Tesla actually move really, really well for fades and bounces. They follow the VWAP really, really well. Most of the time, at least. Tesla, I don't know about today. Kind of broken a bunch. But if Tesla pulls back to the VWAP, I'll probably short it today. Yeah, but Paul, like I said, I think having like a standard, like, oh, I need to make $2,000 a week is what causes so many new traders to fail. And like I said, I don't care what guru you have, I don't care what course you take, I don't care anything like that. I think a large majority of new traders are going to fail, and if you give them an unrealistic standard when they first get started, they're just going to lose their account faster, and they're not going to gain that experience that they need to help them grow as traders when they first get started. You know, and so because of that, I think new traders should trade slow and small, and learn how to trade, gain that experience with a live account, start building some rules for themselves, learning how to build a trading plan and a system. And I think that's what they need to do. And so yeah, for that reason, I don't think having like a standard of like I need to make $2,000 a week is good for any trader. I think you take what the market gives you. You know, I think even if you're the best trader in the world, I don't think you should necessarily have a standard, because I think that's going to add unrealistic, unnecessary pressure. And I think that
Short on that Chronos.
I think you got to just take what the market gives you. Here, I'll throw you up.
All right, guys, risk is right above here, above 7 here. Starting to get some momentum push here towards the 80s. Let's see if we can get towards, first level is going to be 85. Next level is 77. That's really where I want to take profit, towards that 77 and 80 mark. Now we got in below VWAP. We can add slightly above VWAP and then hold right above it to 699.
CGC, man, why'd you have to do it to me, man? Why'd you have to do it?
She did it.
About to make me break up with you, CGC. How dare you, man? Faking me out like that. They didn't even fake me out. This is my fault. I'm yelling at myself right now. CGC, it did exactly what I wanted it to. And so I shouldn't even be yelling at CGC. I'm sorry, you know. But it did exactly what I wanted it to.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, man. All I can do is tell you I'm sorry, CGC. I shouldn't have left you.
Oh, you know which one came back to a level that I definitely should have kept an eye on? AMTD. As soon as it ripped out, I said 3960s. Look at that. Pulled back right to it. Right back up.
I'm starting to look at Tesla here.
Those were nice moves. Right back up. AMAT looking like a squeeze here. Looking like we might get a squeeze there. MU setting up in a long pattern and a kind of pennant here. Gonna watch that one for a long. Would want that one to pull back towards 46.15, and then breakout is through 46.35s.
Yeah, Mitch is short, bro. Yeah, he's
short. I'm all over the place, guys. Short, long.
Yeah, but
I'm taking
Joe said you went long on Kron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, short on Kron. Short on Kron. Short on Kron there.
Yep.
Big thing was rejection 3 times from that 7 pricing. I know psychologically $7 should bring in buyers, not bring them out. And then it rejecting 3 times to hold above $7. That's when I decided to short, guys. A lot of times I base my trades on what I call the rule of 3, or 3 resistance tries or 3 support tries. Some kind of consolidation that I can go ahead and build my momentum based off of.
Yep. We actually had a really good question in the chat. He said, do you think you can do the VWAP bounce and fades with options? I don't think so. I think because options, you have a little bit less liquidity sometimes, and because it's a little bit harder to take options on a very short-term basis. I guess it depends. If you're doing like long-term fades and bounces, maybe. But I think that it's going to be very difficult to try to do that.
Agreed.
Appreciate all the new subs today, guys. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every day on YouTube. We day trade. We're not experts here. We're not gurus. We just teach people what we learn along the way and allow them to watch us trade. We can listen to good music, hang out. You can watch us trade. Check out the Trade Idea scanners. And yeah, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. Click the bell to turn on notifications, because like I said, guys, we go live every single day on YouTube for free.
Good bullish signal, guys. Disney doing good. The Fang trade. Facebook doing good. Amazon doing good. So these are all important trades here, guys.
If you guys want to check out Trade Ideas as well, they do have their winter test drive going on right now, where you can try out Trade Ideas for less than $9. For $8.99, you can try out Trade Ideas for weeks. And so if you've ever thought about using Trade Ideas, team, if you've ever thought about using it, be a part of their test drive. It's going on right now for less than $10. You can try out Trade Idea scanners for at least a week. I think you got about a week and 2 days left, and so give it a try. If you want to help support us, it's a great way as well, and I'll post this link here if you want to show your love for what we do here. There's the link right there. Go check them out. I'm starting to get closer and closer to shorting Tesla. Actually, I might start to scale into Tesla here with like a little baby trade with like 10 shares.
All right, guys, not getting the breakdown, so starting to get a little tighter in my hold here.
Yeah, I could probably do a little bit more shares than Tesla, actually. I don't think this is enough.
Disney bouncing good there. We'll look for Amazon to come back to the VWAP. Apple breaking out there good. Facebook, nice lift. That's the one I'm probably thinking is looking like the best for a potential move up here towards the 200.
Disney is Comcast, man. Or no, Disney. DIS is Disney, man. Disney just debuted their Disney Plus. That's why you see it going crazy, bro. Is because it's Disney Plus.
Bro.
Yeah, it's Disney, bro. They put out Star Wars content. You know how. Oh, yeah, I'm here, bro. Yeah, I said it's Disney, man. They put out Star Wars content. Of course it's going up, bro. You know, I'm about to watch that Star Wars content
All right, guys,
tonight.
about to take some profit here, guys.
And if you ruin the Mandalorian for me right now, I'm gonna ban you from this chat. Everybody, just a fair warning. Don't tell me what happens.
Just took the majority of the trade off, what we call the 2/3 off. One of the things I've been trying to do also is realize that my accuracy is a little down. So best way to improve accuracy is to take a majority of your position off immediately into the green, especially if you get to that 1-to-1. And then once you get that 1-to-1 trade in, you can take majority of your trade off and let the trade just work.
Yeah, I like it, bro. Good job. Yeah, I'm in Tesla short with like 30 shares, so it's like a small trade regardless. It's a small trade, but it has the potential to make me like 50, 60 bucks if it goes my way too. So just a little baby trade.
I'm sitting at VWAP, guys, so I'm going to set a stop right above VWAP and just let this trade finish out. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at another stock. Looking at Facebook. Facebook looking good. Looking for a big pullback in Facebook to get into.
Paul, listen, man. So it all depends, brother. With trading like that, man, you gotta understand it like this, okay? Everybody has a different style in trading, right? Some people are going to be able to take advantage of really good risk-reward trades, but have a little bit lower accuracy. Some people are going to have really high accuracy and they might have a little bit worse risk reward in their trades, and neither of them are wrong. And some people are going to have right around the middle, and of course, a lot of people are going to say, well, you should do both of those, and that's true, but that's not necessarily reasonable a lot of the time. And everybody has a different style. Some people are going to have a high accuracy, worse risk reward setup, and some people are going to have a low accuracy, better risk reward setup, and neither of them are wrong. It's just different styles of trading. It's different niches of trading. And so, like I said, saying that you should only cut your losses short and let your winners run is basically one of those styles, but there is another style, and that style's not wrong either, and so you got to kind of look at it in that regard, I think.
Man, Cisco getting hit hard. Cisco getting hit hard, guys.
Cisco, let me see.
CSCO. This thing's been getting destroyed.
CGC is dead to me, man. How dare it fake me out like that.
That's how it goes. I got faked out on the first one. Just got back in it.
Tesla's doing me right here. Tesla's doing me right, so it's okay. I'll forgive it.
ABC, one of my favorite liquor stores.
I'm from Louisiana, man. We don't have liquor stores. You know? We got drive-through daiquiris in Louisiana.
That drive-through game.
Yeah, now I moved to Texas. I don't drink much anyway, though, to be honest. But all right, I'm in Tesla here. I'm trying to give it a chance to break down. There we go. That's the breakdown. I'm gonna take half off there. All right, so I'm still holding half of my position with Tesla. Nice little $20-something win. We're down to 75s now. I'll give it a chance to bounce here. But that protected me in this trade almost completely now.
All right, gonna look for Walmart to make another low here, and we're gonna start sizing into Walmart for a long-term trade here.
Tesla squeezing back up here. Now it's just about whether I want to add to it. I'm gonna be fine no matter what. I've already profited some in this trade already, so it's like if it squeezes up, I guess I'll hold it for break even. Just a quick bounce up. Maybe I should have taken profits when I had the shot, because this squeeze is pretty big, it seems. I could add to it.
Alright guys, just took a little bit in Walmart, trying to size into here on this pullback here.
There we go. See if the spread can even out with Tesla a little bit. Wouldn't have been bad to short into it there, really. Maybe I should have. We hold over 50. I'm just gonna get out and keep the small, tiny win on Tesla. Give it one more second, see if we get rejected here. Watching the level 2. Out. So still a green trade. No losing trades today, but basically a break even after commissions trade. Maybe I'll add to it here, but should have taken the $30 win when I had the shot. Oh well.
All right, looking good here for Walmart. Just got to keep building the position here. Looking for that red to green move in Walmart. One of the things I've been seeing with a lot of stocks is kind of that sudden surge drive up and a big time frame pull back and then a sudden drive back up. So that's the kind of play I'm playing right now in Walmart. Right now I took 1/4 of my position that I want to get in. I only took 20 shares as it was on the support, and that gave me a great entry into the weakness. I got an entry there at 122.90s, which is pretty much the bottom right now. Took in 20 shares, really small risk right now, and that's the important part, is kind of sizing into the trade, letting the trend develop and getting confirmation.
See you, Seth. Later, brother. Have a good day, man. Yeah, for the trades I'm making, Galaxy, it's about $3 for a round trip, roughly $3. That's why I can take such small size. Oh man, maybe I got faked out of Tesla again. I don't really hate it here. I guess I'll trade it one more time. Maybe I'm getting greedy here, but I just want to see Tesla flush under this low.
Facebook reached out there to 194s. Gonna look for a pullback to 193 on that one, and then I can risk underneath it to 192.75.
Seth, man, what are you doing, bro? Have a good day, bro. Why are you spamming the chat, man? Sheesh, bro. Calm down, man. We see it. We see it, man. We see it. Calm down, bro.
SQ
Yes.
pulling back also.
$3 for a round trip with the sizing I'm using. If I use bigger size, it would be more expensive.
Nice flag breakout today in square. It's pulling back towards that 62. We'll see if it holds 62.
That's why I trade small. That's what people always hate on TEFs. But again, the commissions are ridiculously cheap. If you use small size, I'll preface it with that. If you use small size, commissions are super cheap. And with that, speaking of them, if anybody wants to use the platform that Mitch and I are using, I'll post this link. It's a great way to help support our channel. And again, if you want to trade small on TEFs and TradeNet, I can buy 20, 30 shares, 100 shares, anything less than 200 shares really. My commission is like $3 to $4 for a round trip. It's just ridiculously cheap. And so there's also day trading with no PDT where you can day trade in short stocks. You can also it also comes with a trading course, access to a chat room, a demo account to trade with for a few weeks. And I think that bundle makes tons of sense for new traders. Because again, most new traders are going to lose their first account. Let's just be real. And if you go the TradeNet route, you're spending $3.99. Almost everybody's approved for the funded account, which includes 14,000 in buying power to trade with, shorting ability, so you can actually short stocks as well. And I think it just makes sense for new traders. It's one of the cheapest ways they can get started. They can risk less. Most of the time, new traders will deposit thousands into a conventional platform, and let's be real, lose that. And this is just one of the ways that you can get started day trading short stocks for what? $400? Just ridiculously cheap. So if anybody wants to check them out, I'll post this link here. Great way to help support our channel. And again, you know, I think it just makes sense from a risk-reward perspective. My bad, Mitch. Go ahead, bro.
You're more than fine, man. I'm just chilling.
I don't know about that. You would have to ask them. I've never done that joggle, so I wouldn't be able to know, brother. I wouldn't know, man. But I've never done that. But
TD on the downside. Let me see that. This is a bank. Yeah, I know the bank switched up to JPM. Quiet.
Way before I had a fan. Some would probably call it luck. I just call it being blessed.
All right, guys. If we get another pullback here to 123s, might hit an ad again in Walmart. Just have a small position up about almost $10 with 20 shares. Just hanging out in this position, looking for that kind of pullback move that we've been seeing constantly, and tried to get in there on the supports so that I could look for a move towards resistance and have that good risk to reward.
CGC, man, why did do it to me, man? Look at CGC, bro. It hurts, man. Why did I have to do that to me? Just faked me out. Look at HUYA. That one's pulling back though. That one's.
I'm still in Cron.
Yeah, I think you're looking solid in Cron if you're still in it.
Yeah, I'm just letting it work. I just put the stop and just completely stop watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Tesla still. I jumped back in with 40 shares. We're gonna see if we get that flush that I was originally looking for. Hopefully, where I can get some profit back in this one. I mean, I'm still green on the day. I haven't had a losing trade yet today. There we go.
I'm looking for that real sudden surge in Walmart. Walmart got a really good volume on the hourly chart before this hour, and so this is why I'm getting this pullback here, is I think a lot of volume actually came in Walmart, and so the pullback is actually a good move here as we get this sudden surge back up. I'm gonna look for the third resistance to be created here, a push towards 124.50s, and that would get me a big time gain there just with even 20 shares. That would be like 30-40 bucks there with 20 shares. So let's see what we get here.
So I took profits in Tesla as it quickly dropped down to the $half level of 344.50. It sits bound up. I'm still holding a small position. We'll see if we can get over that level now. But we're gonna let this last little 10 shares work. I'm gonna hold the rest break even though. I've already banked a little bit on it, so we're just gonna hold the rest break even now. Hey, appreciate the sub. Who subbed? Let's see. Thomas Cops, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, Joseph. Welcome to the team, man. I said I was gonna hold a break even. Look at the chart. I'll give it 1 second to test.
Hey Matt, looking interesting. Hey Matt, guys, looking interesting for sure. I need to get another order form. Yeah, guys, I like that AMAT bounce here. If it bounced anywhere above 57, get short there off 57.10.
Hey, Eva. Hey, you're doing better than I am. Can you short on Robinhood? I don't think so. Somebody else might know more than I do. I don't really trade on Robinhood. Somebody else might know, but I'm not sure. I don't think you can.
I believe you can if you have a margin account, but
I don't think so.
don't quote me for it.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I might be wrong though. Somebody else in the chat, I'm sure, probably knows more than Mitch and I do. Since
Oh, I remember. Yeah, people don't show it on Robinhood. They just use the put option.
Yeah, right. You can buy put options on there, which is
That's what they do.
Right.
That's what they do. So, all right, guys, getting this pullback in Walmart here. Need to cover in Cron as it breaks down here. I want to cover down at the low here. Just take the profit here as it goes to the 80.
Hey, appreciate the sub, Galaxy. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. About to get out of here on Tesla. It's still pushing up close to break even. I'm gonna let it test this big resistance level that it's at now. But if it gets over 15 like that, I'm out. About $30 win on the day. Like I said, still haven't had a losing trade today, but been trading small.
All right, Walmart pulling back here, guys. I'm not going to stress out too much. I have my support line that I want to see it hold. And that's where I'll take a little bit more. Then I can risk down. All right, about to take profit here, guys, in Cron.
Yeah, I mean, Paul, I made like $400 yesterday. I made like 380 bucks yesterday in gross profits. Net profit was probably 2 something. But yeah, like I said, that's how I broke this $1,000 level. So I've been all this week. I think I've made over $100 all this week. I don't think I've had one losing day this week, and I think I've made over $100 every day.
All right, trying to add share size here at 122.70s.
Yeah, got out of Tesla when I needed to. There's the big rip up, man. Look at that rip on Tesla. Yeah, I'll be back, bro. I'll hold it down, man. I'll be back. I'll be back, guys.
No worries. All right, guys, trying to add here at 70 for Walmart, but it's not getting to my price point. See what happens here. Yeah, AMAT there, looking beautiful there. Bounced up there, 57.01. Now down there to 56.93s, looking like a move towards 56.85s. Good down move there. All right, here's another pullback here. All right, guys, got that share fill there. I'm up there, and now I have 40 shares there at 122.80. Risk there right now is going to be that 30 cent. 50s need a hold here. No matter what, 50s need a hold here. Would like to see it back above 123.
I got his band like I'm Barry Bonds. Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need it, keep it coming on. Only friendly, me and friends, we don't get along. I put that on my name, that I put them on. I put myself on stage as they sing along. I might book a
All right,
session
guys,
to
Cron
a
moving
song.
down there, looking good for us in Cron, guys. Let me expand this a little bit so you guys can see where we're at there. Lower this down. Go, guys. Doing good in that cron there, guys. It's just breaking down through the 80s here. Gonna go ahead and cover that cron position here as it breaks down through the 78s. See if we can get 77. If not, I'll take 79. All right, not getting that breakdown in cron to the continuous, and needed to watch Walmart, so going to take that off there. Take the $21 there. Not a bad trade there on cron. Got back my $11 that I lost, so it's essentially a $30 trade there. All right, want to see 63s hold here for Walmart. 63s is another important level here. 63s is an important level here. I can see 63s create a bottom there. Then when it comes back up, I can use 70 again as an entry. But I need to see the 63 create a bottom here. If not, we'll just stop out with our 40 shares at 50 or below.
Hey, appreciate it, Jeff. Thanks, bro. No, we're not trading options. We're day trading stocks. SPY looks like it might bounce here. I'm kind of looking at SQ for a bounce too. Maybe. I'll give it a chance. What's a reasonable share size to take here?
All right, did we make a bottom there at that 60 something? Yep, 62. Perfect. All right, guys, look for another ad at 70. Looking for another ad at 70, another 20 shares. All right, looking good for me now. Is it back up there, almost up there to 123s? 123s is really that curve effect, and that's what I really need in this stock. Looking for Facebook to come back down towards 193. 193.
Luke says he just got a student account. Hey man, if you use my link, man, I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I think the student count is really the account that can separate when you're really ready.
Right.
Because you know, the intro account it's what it stands for. Intro.
Yeah.
You know? And
It's
then
tough.
the
It's tough,
student
man.
the student account is what it stands for too. The student. That's when you're actually starting to get that process. You've seen yourself trade a little bit. You know what you can or cannot trade. And now it's time to see if you can continue following your process.
Big squeeze on SQ.
I think one of the biggest things that I talk about with the student is that it gives you enough range in your account to get the kind of that downside risk. I think a lot of traders struggle because they get one bad trade against them in a small account and that their complete mental capital is gone. This is something that we need to work on. And the only way we truly work on this is if we have enough room, because we can take losses, but if we don't have enough room to get through kind of what we call the distribution of trades, the normal distribution of trades and your wins and losses, then you're not going to get that kind of result that you're looking for in a systematic trade.
I don't give signals, Albania.
No signals.
Yeah, we're not hot stock picks. We don't give hot stock picks here. We're not experts and gurus here. We don't give signals. We don't, sell anything, bro. So.
It's not worth it, man.
Yeah,
For
it's
what?
just not. I mean, we're not.
I'm not trying to
lose, guys.
This is the truth, guys. Is I'm not here to try to make you guys thousands of dollars. I'm here to show you guys the process. You guys want to stick around and see process trading? Then stick around.
Yeah, like we're just building systems here. That's all we're doing. We're not trying to sell a course or anything. We just let people watch us. Of course, we post referral links for our platform and trade ideas and stuff like that, but I mean every other YouTube does that, so it's just one of the ways we can keep all our content free. And like I said, we teach people what we learn along the way, but we always try to preface it with we're not experts, we're not gurus, we're not going to give you stock picks, we're not going to tell you when to buy, we don't really know what's going to happen. We're all just speculating in the market like everybody else, and so it is what it is. I think for my account, Luke, I think I need 2K. Mitch dropped that on me yesterday, and I think he's right. I think you need 2K. My pro account, like I said, it's no rush. It was more just a mental goal, but I think he said I need 2K to withdraw, unfortunately. And so we got a little bit to go. We got about $900 to go.
Yeah, you have to have an ability to withdraw what your package cost at first. That's only your first time. After that, then you can just withdraw from profits.
Right. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think
It's
that's kind of
kinda-
do it anyway.
The way they do it is that, remember guys, this is CFD trading. It's not the same thing as when you're using a different broker, so they're going to return your package to you.
Yep.
What that means taxes wise, I don't know, guys. Always ask the tax professional. That's one thing that I always recommend, guys. If you guys are trading and you guys are making profits, definitely ask a tax professional on how you can best tax, or if you need to tax your gains there.
Yeah, like I just realized that, Luke. Like listen, like I have a pro account. I don't know. Like I got excited and thought I could withdraw, man. But apparently, with the pro account, you need a certain amount before you can withdraw. I didn't know that, and so yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
All right, guys, Walmart looking really good there, guys. Look at this bottom U-turn that I have right here, guys. This is what I call that kind of curve effect. The curve effect is very important in a trade here, guys. So now I know that at least my risk measurement here at 122.50 is a good risk. We got that curve effect. We have the effect to bring it back to the resistance. Now the key is going to be if there's going to get that volume scoop up, and then we're going to start pushing towards 123.50s and getting towards that 124.
I just got out of half of my SQ trade here. Still started to scale in. I'm still in with 100 shares, but I'm just gonna ride this one up, see if we start making some more money. I'm not sure, Luke. Like I said, man, I'm not trading that, man. You gotta ask them, bro. Reach out to them and ask them. Not sure. Really nice win here. I'm gonna take a little bit more off of this one. I'm gonna take 50 off. And
What do you guys think about this charting? Just catch up with the chat. Yeah, Luke calling out that TradeNet challenge. TradeNet challenge, definitely one to do if you haven't checked it out, guys. If you're brand new, definitely check out that TradeNet challenge. So in a way that you can actually win a student account, an intro account.
yep. But just so you guys can see my page here, like I said, I just made a nice little win on SQ. Currently up about $50. We're gonna keep pushing.
All right, guys. Just
I'm
got
not sure AYOB. I think you need like 300 or something for the intro package. But like I always say, guys, best to reach out to them and ask them. I'm not 100% sure either way.
All right, gotta be careful here, guys. Needed to hold 50. Need Walmart to hold 50 here. Anything really closes down below 50 and we can get out. If we lose a small amount, but gave ourselves a chance to make at least $50 on this game.
gonna get
There's
out of SQ here
46
and
is
just
shown on
bank
the
my
bid.
money. Get out of here, bro. Leave that negativity out of here. Guy doesn't say anything positive, just comes in here saying negative stuff, man. Like I said, do I know everything about it? Absolutely not. You know, have I traded it for years? Yes. You know, like I'm still working my way to profitability. We're not claiming to be experts or gurus or anything like that. So do I know how the withdrawal process works? No, I don't. And it shouldn't be a big deal if I don't. Like I said, you should reach out to them before you make a purchase like that. I suggest you ask them any questions or concerns you have towards them. And so, yeah. I mean, like I said, best to reach out to them and ask them, am I their customer service department? No, I'm not. Like, you know, let's not cry about it. Like I said, though, with negative or just kind of troll people, we're just going to ban them and move on. But yeah, really nice trade on SQ here. Made up 46 on the day. We're going to keep pushing here, though. Like I said, I've made over $100 every day this week. Maybe I'm going to be greedy and keep trading it. Yeah, you can also check out the TradeNet Challenge, which is completely free as well. If you guys want to check that out, let me find that link too. But yeah, with the TradeNet Challenge, basically, at the very least, you're going to get a demo account to trade with for a few days. And let me find it. At the very least, you're going to get a demo account to trade with for a few weeks, and at the best, you know, you might actually win a free funded account. And so, if anybody wants to be a part of the TradeNet Challenge, let me find that link, and y'all can check it out too. I gotta find it. Oh, it's probably in Chrome. I could probably find it in our Discord, actually.
All right, it's getting close to stopping me out here at Walmart. Just got to pay attention to it, guys.
Do I make $100 a day? Not. I mean, I have for the last week, but not on average. Like I said, guys, I'm not an expert or a guru or anything like that. I'm still learning to trade some myself. Of course, like I know a decent amount about trading, but I'm not an expert or guru. I'm not selling a course. I'm just kind of letting people watch me trade. You know what I mean? Yeah, but the TEFs, the TradeNet Challenge, gives you a demo account with $10,000 in buying power, and if you can make $500 in net profit on that demo account within 5 trading days while following the rest of the rules, you win a free intro package. Like, you win a free intro account on TEFs, like for free, and the whole thing's completely free. And so it's like a trading test, and if you can pass that test and make that money while you're following their rules, you win a free package or trade it. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to find the link. It's definitely a difficult challenge. There's max loss, so you can't lose over like $300, I think, and you can't lose over $100 on any particular day in net profit, or in net losses. And so it's difficult. It's very difficult, but it's possible.
Difficult, fun, and we've seen it accomplished.
Yeah, we have. Let me see.
All right, guys, Walmart did that curve effect there at 122.50s, so that's we're still holding towards that low on the 5-minute chart. And now we're going to see it curve and get above 123s. We needed to get above 123s and then not go below 123s. If it gets above 123s, I'm going to hold towards 123, take profit if it goes back below it.
Oh, I know where to find it.
Get out with a small loss. The number one thing we don't want to see is big losses or holding on to a point after your risk point.
There's the TradeNet Challenge link. Sorry, I had to find it, guys. I think that's the TradeNet Challenge link. Yeah, like I said, guys, I see a lot of kind of debate in the chat about stuff. Like, listen, we're not experts or gurus here. Like, we're just learning how to trade ourselves. Like, I've only been trading for a few years, and trading takes a long time to learn. And so I trade small. It doesn't matter how big my account is. Like, I trade small. I slowly start working my way up to profit. And I think that's what all traders should do. And I think the reason most traders fail is because they have an unrealistic standard that they feel like they need to live up to as traders, right? They feel like they need to make all this money per day. And so that makes them take too big of sizing and they'll end up losing their account before they really gain that necessary experience. And so again, I don't think you should try to set an unrealistic standard for yourself when you first get started. Like I said, we're not experts or gurus here. We just kind of let people watch us trade. You know, we're not claiming to be experts here. We're not claiming to live off of our trading profits solely. You know, we're literally just teaching, we're teaching people what we learn along the way, and we're letting people watch us trade. And again, if you're a new trader, my suggestion to you as a new trader is to take it slow. Don't take big size. Don't feel like you need to live up to an unrealistic standard of profit that you should be making. You know, take it slow. Take small size. Buy one share if you can. You know, especially with all the no PDT or with all the free commission platforms. Buy one share if you really need to. And that'll teach you how to trade. Build some solid rules around your trading. Find your niche and your personality in the market and just learn that way. But, you know, don't watch a guru and feel the need to buy or make a certain amount of money every day. The big thing is just learn how to trade, and that's a slow process. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. For most people, it's going to take years to learn how to be successful. And like I said, I've been trading for years. I'm only now slowly starting to be profitable, like in net profits. Only slowly starting to build up some real profits now. And that took me years to do. And so again, if anybody's hating on me for taking small size, you're naive. You know, if anybody's hating on me for taking it slow, you're naive, you know. And best thing to do as a trader, again, is take it slow. Don't listen to all the nonsense about you have to make such and such a day every single day. That's nonsense. You take what the market can give you, you take it slow, you go at your own pace, and you learn that way. That's the best advice I can give a new trader.
Agreed. All right, guys, don't want to see this crackdown here. Now it's below that 50 on the ass, so really got to be careful here. Anything below 40, and we're stepping out. So this is that wick room, giving it that wick room here, and if it breaks this, we're just completely out. There you go, out. I'll take a $25 loss there for a potential $50, $60 gain.
Yeah, for sure. Still up on the day too. Was I in the reds in this account? Yeah, I was. I was like $600 in the red. Now I'm $1,000 in the profit. So it's a slow building process, guys. Like I said,
it's like we talked about, getting around the edge. A lot of times you will get a downturn, especially when you start. But if you can work through it, keep trading your system, you should be able to turn it around and start seeing that profit that you saw in your system when you're paper trading.
Right. I'm not going to give myself a standard of how much I have to make every day. That's why you lose accounts. You know, when you give yourself that standard. Yeah, that when you give yourself that standard, you're not going to take what the market gives you. You're going to force it because you have to make a certain amount. You got a weird standard to follow. And so again, I think taking it slow is the biggest thing. Like I said, I don't feel a need. Like I said, I'm very comfortable with how I have 2 Amazon business. I'm a real estate agent. I have this YouTube and I trade. And I'm also a computer programmer, like a coder. And so with that said, I have a lot of other options to make money to feed my family. You know, trading's not the end all be all of like my income every month. And I think if you make it that when you first get started, if you say I have to make such and such trading, if you give yourself too much pressure to succeed when you first get started, you're almost certainly going to lose. And so again, don't quit your job to become a day trader before you're ready. Don't take out a loan to trade with before you're ready. Trade when you have time. If you can build up enough profit, then maybe give it a shot. But I think the problem is people watch these gurus, they see all these thousands of dollars, and then they feel like they need to quit their job, and they feel like they're going to start paying their bills next month with their trading profits. And like I said, for a large majority of people, it's just not like that. And of course, we're going to get haters. People are going to make fun, you know, whatever. Most of the time, they are those gurus, or they're super loyal to those gurus, maybe because they've spent thousands on a course that they didn't need to buy. And so, you know, in the end, We just try to teach people what we learn along the way. We're not experts or gurus here. And you can like it or dislike it. You know, it is what it is. I'm still mad at CGC in all honesty. Just to transition back to stocks, I'm still pretty upset about CGC. You know, how dare that stock, man? It just fakes me out, drops way down. I mean, I don't think I've had I've had one losing trade today. Or no, I haven't had any losing trades today. But, you know, it could have been better today for sure. Right. Like I said, people find a reason to hate on us, man. They find a reason to hate. If I have 100% accuracy, like if I have not lost in one day this week, they'll say I didn't make enough. If I have like 85% accuracy last week, they say I traded too much, you know. If we give all our content away for free, they complain about us, like, you know, plugging everybody to subscribe or encouraging subscribers. And so in the end, like I said, a lot of times they're those gurus or they're people that are very loyal to those gurus who have already spent thousands on courses, and so they got to justify that expense. And whenever I say you don't need that, they get mad. You know, it is what it is. Still watching Tesla though. Tesla kind of faked me out. If it could get rejected and go underneath the VWAP, I'll take it. Watching Netflix as well. Look at the bounces on Netflix today, man. That one's been solid too. SQ, I'm still considering it. I made a little bit of money with SQ, just kind of scalping it. The SPY is kind of in that indecisive area where it's kind of right around the VWAP. Broke underneath it, pulling back above it. We'll see what we get with that too. Oh, the music, guys. Nobody reminded me about the music. Let's see. But yeah, like I said, no losing days this week, guys. No losing days so far. It's been all green. And like I said, y'all want to see proof of that? Watch this. I'll show you proof.
Alright, starter long here. Gonna look to add here closer towards 75.50s.
Alright, so here's trader view. So like, look, this is from this past week. It starts on the 11th of Monday. And then, I don't think I've lost since. Oh yeah, I've made money this week, but I don't think I've lost all week this week. Let me look. On a specific day is what I mean. So let's delete this week. We're gonna delete this week, and then yes. All right, so you see this whole week was deleted. We're gonna upload these trades live. We're gonna start from Monday. Filter, export. John trades this week. I'm gonna go to upload. Browse. We're gonna go find John trades this week. You can see that's what I selected. We're gonna go to upload. We're gonna refresh. $788. You saw me upload that live, guys. Like I said, you saw me upload that live. $788 so far this week. I've made $788 in my trades. And so, is it the $2,000? No, but it's almost $1,000 this week so far, and it's very acceptable for me. Look, we look at reports. This is my trading so far this week, and like I said, this is not including today. Monday I made almost 300. Tuesday I made 140. Wednesday I made 372 on this account. And so I'm getting there. I'm getting better. And like I said, it was a slow building process up to this point, but I did it. And I'm starting to get better and better as time goes on. That last track is called No Clue by Dylan Sitz. Is the name of that last track. Like I said, you want to see my stats for this week? We can look at the same stats I just showed you. Oh wait, Mitch, you're in something, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, man. My bad. Yeah, I'm running at 66% accuracy this week. 66%. Ooh, look at that beautiful stat. Y'all want to see a beautiful stat? Now, hold on, bitch. I'll throw you up in a second. Look at this statistic. Winning trades, my average hold time is 23 minutes. Losing trades, 5-minute holding time. Beautiful statistic. My profit factor, whoa. This is the best profit factor I've ever had. Look at this, 6.92. Damn. I've been killing it this week. You know? Killing it this week, man. I'll take it. But yeah. Alright, let me throw Mitch up. And like I said, guys, you guys saw me upload that live, like on stream, you know, from Tefts directly into Trader View. So.
Kron looking interesting. Maybe it touches VWAP one more time, but it's too tight now, the trade.
What's up from Brazil? What's up, man? Mostly 1-minute VWAP moves. I appreciate it, trader. Thanks, bro. Yeah, mostly 1-minute VWAP moves. Mostly 1-minute VWAP scalps. Like, I scale into it, I scalp out of it. Is mostly what I'm doing. Up until yesterday, I had like 90% daily accuracy, or I had 90% trade accuracy. Up until yesterday. And that one trade that I had, the losing trade, was a mistake. Yesterday was kind of like I said, I took a little bit too much risk yesterday. But after yesterday, my accuracy is like 66%, which is still fine. That's still very manageable accuracy rate for sure.
All right, guys, this is gonna be the last trade of the day as we're reaching that lunch hour. Lunch hour, meaning peace out hour for me.
Yeah, man, I feel you.
So just gonna stick in this trade right here, and this is the last trade of the day. This cracks 50, we're out. Alright, about to get out. Well, I won't say what it's going to do, but I'll give you my outlook. So Facebook, let's look at it. So I like to look at Facebook. I think the hourly chart explains it well. Has a support underneath it.
What's up, Rail? Later, brother. Have a good day, man.
All right, so guys, Facebook, I'm seeing a real big turn that happened at 1:30 93.50s. 193.50s, big turn on that one. That's where it kind of flipped down. It should have held that 193s if it was going to go on that bullish sense, looking more like a VWAP bounce play. But we definitely crushed through there and got right back down to the low. Looks like it's pushing towards 192 right now, and then we'll see what happens there. If it starts creating kind of a bounce effect towards the VWAP, you can still kind of think about it as a long, but I really don't consider this a long unless it gets above 193s. And this is actually looking more like a short now, looking what we call a VWAP reject, when we get a move above the VWAP and then below the VWAP, and it rejects when it bounces. All right, guys, about to get out. I'm out of here on Best Buy. I really do think this one can break out again, and I think the daily chart supports it, but I'm just going to step out there and just get on out of here. The key right now for me is kind of learning what's working, not necessarily making money. So that's what I'm trying to do. Today I took 3 long trades and 2 short trades. So just trying to figure out which one's the best that's working in the environment right now so that I can attack it more often and stick with it. Yeah, you see that on the hourly. Yeah, that's one of the things that and one of the reasons I went back to TC 2000 was not necessarily that it's better than Thinkorswim. I mean, hey, Thinkorswim is free.
Yeah.
You can't get better than that.
but I think TC is objectively better charts.
Yeah, what it's given me an ability to do is have these like kind of 3 chart setups where I can look at multiple time frames a lot easier. I think that's what it is. It's kind of more a matter of preference than saying that one's better or not. But I can definitely kind of keep track of longer trends. And I think that's what I've been failing on as a trader, is not keeping track of the longer trend of the stock. It's okay to trade micro trends, but it's not okay to kind of continuously lose against something, let's say shorting something that on the daily chart is been for 10 days green. That's kind of like just fighting the market, and that's what you don't want to do as a trader. You want to make sure that you're at least understanding the macro move and the micro move, so the daily move and the intraday.
Yep.
I think that's something that a lot of traders can focus on and improve on.
We got a few good questions here. Oh, my bad, guys. I just realized I can't even see my screen. We got a few good questions. One of them is, did you learn from any other traders? I learned from a lot of other traders. I like Mir trading style. I learned from, I mean, to be honest, like I said, people think I'm hating on the gurus, and I'm really not. You know, like Warrior Trading, they've got a lot of good free content on their site. You know, I actually like their content. Tim Sykes, the panic dip buy is a solid strategy for a lot of people. Good overextension analyzation. You got Investors Underground that has really good content too. You got a lot of them. Sean Deckmar, a lot of their content's good. Like I said, I'm not hating on any of them. The biggest thing is, the biggest frustration I have with some of them, and not all of them, is that they give new traders an unrealistic expectation, of what it's like to get started. And I think that new traders need to have the right expectations towards trading, because I think when you give them the wrong expectations, that's when you see people start to kind of get mad at me, because they're like, oh, I missed this stock. Like, we had a guy get mad at us in the chat the other day, or in the Discord the other day, and he literally got mad because he missed a move, and his logic was like, hey, I asked you guys about this stock and nobody got back to me, and then it made this move, and he literally blamed us for missing the move. And number one, it was like a really cheap penny stock that I don't trade. And number two, it's like, look, man, like, we're not gurus here. Like, we have no obligation to help anybody. Like, we're just a free resource and community here. And I used him as an example, and I said, guys, you want to see how emotional having unrealistic expectations towards trading can be? This is how emotional trading can make you. And it's true. Trading can make you extremely irrational, to where you're blaming everybody else for your own mistakes. And again, I think the root of that is having wrong and unrealistic expectations towards how trading's really going to be. You know, I think people save up a lot of money, and for a lot of people, $2,000 is a lot of money. You know, and they save that up, and then when they get started and they lose, it's kind of soul crushing to them. It really, really hurts, and they can't deal with it, so they look for somebody to blame, whether that's their guru, whether that's their platform, when the reality is that they should be trading small. They should be learning how to trade, and they should only really be trading with money that they can afford to lose, because especially when you get started in trading, you're probably gonna lose it. You know, you're probably gonna lose for a solid 6 months at least. And of course, there's outliers in these situations, as there always are with anything, but I think a lot of that has to do with luck and not what guru or what course they take. You know, it doesn't have anything to do with that. And again, people are going to disagree, mostly because I'm threatening their business model. You know, mostly because I'm threatening their business model. And
It's like we talk about, guys, it's a game of decision making. It's not really a game of results searching. You can't really be looking for certain results, because if you look for certain results, more than likely you're going to create too much emotion and too much emotional attachment to the realized and unrealized gains that you have. Sometimes I think that a lot of traders kind of in every single one of their trades, they end up staring at the money going up and down, and which is the complete opposite. You should be staring at your chart, you should be staring at your levels, and strictly trade off of that. If you find yourself looking at the realized and unrealized and staring at it, that should be a signal automatically that you're trading bad and you're focusing on the wrong things. And that's really the key here. It's not that you could still be even making the right trades, but if your focus is on realized and unrealized, that's not going to get you anywhere, guys.
Right.
I can tell you that right off the back. Even the biggest traders, if they went to go and focus on their realized and unrealized, they would get out of half or more than half their positions, because the bigger traders are down a lot of the times, and then they get from red to green. And the way they get through that is they're focusing on the cents per trade. They're focusing on the trade itself.
The chart.
And on the chart. And if that's going well, then they'll stay in it. If not, they get out. And whatever happens on the realized and unrealized, they shrug it off. You know, sometimes it's going to be wins, sometimes it's going to be losses. But the truth is, they shrug it off regardless. And they focus more on the strategy and decision-making process. And that's what we try to teach you guys.
Exactly. And like Paul says here, just like poker, and I'm a poker player. I love poker. I'm actually a profitable poker player, somewhat. I'm not saying I'm like a pro poker player, but like if you look at my shark scope, I'm actually profitable with sit and go specifically. But with poker, you're gonna have negative variance sometimes. You're gonna have bad luck. Sometimes the fish are gonna hit their cards. You're gonna have bad variance. You know, you're gonna be unlucky. And that's the same with and sometimes you're gonna have positive variance, and you're gonna be lucky, and you're gonna hit your cards when you shouldn't have. And that's part of it. Same thing with trading. Sometimes the market's just going to turn against you. Doesn't mean your trade was bad. Doesn't mean if you lose, it doesn't mean it was a bad trade. Sometimes it's just going to not work out for you, and that's okay. And part of growing as a trader is being able to understand that. Understand it's a long game. It's not a short-term game. But yeah, so with that said, and like I said, I'm not hating on anybody. I like the guru, like the people I respect the most are people that either live stream or show, you know, actually show their log. You know, and like I said, one of the reasons I like TradeNet is because Mir actually shows that stuff. They live stream every day. He shows his stuff every day. Even, I know one time he showed like a 10 grand loss, and so he even shows his losses too. And, you know, that's what I respect about him. And I think that there's too many charlatans in the trading world that cherry pick their winners and upload their winners and then ignore their losers, and they say, oh, look how much money I made today, when it's like, really, you probably lost 4 times prior to that, you know. And then they try to, you know, use that to sell a course. You know, I think that happens a lot too, and I think that's unfortunate. But yeah, like I said, if you're a new trader, I think that you should try to trade a few small accounts first. I don't think you should save up 25 grand and deposit 25 grand as your first account, because you're almost certainly going to lose your first account. And so if you save up 25 grand, you're basically flushing 25 grand down the toilet, because as a day trader, you're almost certainly going to lose your first account. It doesn't matter how big it is. And so with that, I think if you're a brand new trader, you should just take it slow. One of the reasons I like TradeNet, and like I said, of course, I'm biased in their regard. I post links for them. But one of the reasons I like that is because you could get an account basically for $400. You get a funded account. Almost everybody's approved for it, at least. And for $400, it comes with 14,000 of buying power. You get a solid amount of buying power. You get to short, which most new traders can't short. They're almost solely long bias traders because that's all they can do. And the commissions are cheap. And so with all that bundle, I think it makes sense. Plus, it's a course, access to the chat room, and a demo account. And it's not thousands of dollars either. It's like $400. And I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. But again, I'm biased in that regard. And it's, so that's one of the ways we make commissions from. And so, of course, we're biased in that regard. So do your research on that too. But, I think new traders are going to lose, and you have to have that expectation of losing. As weird as that sounds, you need to expect to lose when you first get started. And losing is necessary. Losing is necessary because, I know when I first got started trading, I lost like a few $1,000 within my first like few weeks, right? And it burned. It hurt so bad, saving up money like that and then just losing all of it. It hurt so bad, but it was necessary because the next time I traded and had an account, I remembered those losses and I said, okay, I am not going to do that again. And that is why losing is necessary, is because it'll reinforce the necessary rules that you need to have in place for risk management. Losses are necessary in that regard, and so it is what it is, but just understand that, I guess.
All right, guys. I think I can go into a little bit of a story time going off of that.
Story
can
time.
Talk about my biggest loss, guys. And I think it's very important. It definitely builds on the story that you're going right now. My biggest loss was in a stock that I actually traded side by side with a guru. A lot of times people will put blame on gurus, and I think at the end of the day, we all have to look at trading objectively and look at it as we hit the button. No one hits the button for us, so we need to make decisions, and part of that decision making sometimes can come and hurt you if you can't make decisions. This is a story about I used to trade a lot of momentum plays, high of the day breakout guys. One of the highest risk and kind of high risk, high reward trades out there. And I saw PSTV move on the high of day momentum scanner. This is the momentum scanner that we have from Trade Ideas. You see it up there. I saw it pop up there. I got to the stock probably within less than a second or two. And within getting to the stock, I saw it breaking out through $7. And $7, it being that mental price point, I said, this looks great. I actually saw it tick down there for 1 second there to 695s, and I threw 1,000 shares out there. As I threw out that 1,000 shares, guys, this stock started spiking. Right? I heard my guru. I'm not going to mention the name of the guru because that's putting them out there. It's not about them. So my guru actually went and longed it actually at 7. So I actually had a better price than the guru. Okay. So he's longing it for the momentum high of the day breakout also. As that stock breaks out, it breaks out for a slight second towards 726. In that 726, instead of selling and taking a good $260 gain, I paused for 1 second and the stock drops towards 675. And in that 1 second, I went from being up $260 to being down about $260. And in that next second, instead of cutting the loss, guys, and understanding that this was going to be a loser, I did what a lot of traders will do in that situation, and that's called deer in the headlights. Deer in the headlights comes with too much stress, too high of a position going against you, and you're not willing to accept the loss. So at that moment, I did that deer in the headlights, and then within that 1 second, the stock went from breaking out over $7 to 726 to going down through 650, and then as it halted at 650 and came down to 625 when it reopened, and I was able to sell out at 625, guys, taking a huge loss, over $750 loss on that one trade, and my account was only $1,200 at the time. So That's how you can easily lose your account, guys. That's how it happens. And most of the times it's going to happen because you're not understanding your risk and reward. You're not understanding your own decision making, and you're not sticking towards your trade. Because at the end of the day, guys, you have to understand that these are your decisions that you're making, whether it be positive or negative. You need to understand the decision making process, and that you're going to go ahead and make decisions versus be in the deer in the headlights.
Right. Exactly. It happens to all of us, man, and those losses are necessary, man. They're very necessary. Like that's how you're gonna build those rules, you know, and that's how you're gonna have some type of risk management system in place because of those.
Yeah, it's out there, man. You know, I'm not gonna put whose names out there because, like I said, guys, it doesn't really matter because I hit the button. I decided to buy, and I decided to not hold towards my support and hold towards the stop out. And so that's what cost me the money, not the guru, guys. And that's the real key lesson here, guys. It's not about the stock pick. Hey, there's a tremendous amount of guys out there that are going to make money on a stock that you lost big on. And so what the key is to learn is it's your trade.
If I remember Mitch, because Mitch and I have known each other for a while, I'm pretty sure it wasn't Warrior Trading. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I don't think it was them. I think I know who it was, and I don't think it was Warrior Trading. But yeah, I mean, listen, I know Ross's strategies. I like Ross's strategies. The 1 minute pullback is a Warrior Trading strategy. You know, it's one that I learned from him, and so I don't mind Ross's strategies. They're high momentum scalping strategies, and so you got to get in and out. And if you hold it for too long, you're gonna get hurt, obviously. But yeah, I don't think it was Warrior Trading. I don't think that's who we were talking about. But
hey guys, so the real key here, guys, is always remember, guys, especially if you're there and you're trying to take swings. You know, you got to understand the losses and be willing to take them. I think a lot of traders start trading with a small account. They have $1,000 in the account, or let's say even our TradeNet account, where they have $700 in room, and they're going and each day risking $300, $200. This is not the way to trade, guys. If you're risking 50% of your account, you're risking 20% of your account every single day. Your system will not work out in the long run because you're not going to let yourself get through the normal distributions of wins and losses. And that's why we talk about the student and the pro account gets you through there. But if you really want to do it as an intro, you just have to stick to the small sizing and get those kind of base hits, build up those wins. Because if you're taking 20, 30, 40% risk every single time, guess what's going to happen to your account, guys? You're going to run into any kind of losing streak, and there's no way around the losing streak if you're risking that much every single time.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Forex, though. Forex said, love listening to you guys. You have the most realistic view of trading. If you get caught up in some of the gurus, you get the feeling that you should make $1 million in a year. Yeah, 100%. And new traders, like I said, I've talked about it before. New traders have that fantasy. Every new trader watches these gurus and they say, I'm going to make $100,000 in a month. This is going to completely turn my life around. I'm going to make it in a month from now. I'm going to start paying my bills and my mortgage and buying cars and a house with my trading profits. And I'm going to prove everybody that doubted my trading wrong. And I'm going to show my family that I'm successful now. That's every trader's fantasy, right? What they don't tell you is that it may take you years to do that, you know, and no trader wants to hear that. It's a big buzzkill. Every trader wants to believe you're going to get rich in a month, but that's not true. For most people, it's going to take years. And if you look at it realistically, it's very hard to say, hey, I'm going to start learning this now so I can profit and make money in a year or two. You know, it's very difficult to tell yourself that. And so what do they tell themselves? They say, I'm going to make money. I'm going to get rich in a year. I'm going to get rich next month. You know, that's every trader's fantasy, man. And like I said, I'm here to be the buzzkill. I'm sorry. I just am. It is what it is. You know?
Nope. Hey, you guys, just want to give a shout out to 8 hour in a day trading. This is the Irina. Definitely a great comment there. Talking about how she is up 35 cents on her one share today. She's taking one share positions and focusing on the cents per trade. This is one of the biggest and best things you can do as a beginner trader is take one share, guys. One share live will go ahead and get you to where you're trading live. You can feel the emotions a little bit, and then you can start focusing on executing that trade over and over and over again until you can slowly size up. And I really think that's really the key, guys. Is a lot of traders trade with 1,000 shares as they first start trading, and that's not the way to do it. It's trade low sizing, so you have no emotion, so you can focus on the execution of the trade itself. And then once you get that execution down pat, then you increase sizing, then you take risk. It's not about the other way around. It's not about let's take risk right out the gates and learn as we fail. That's not the way to do it, guys. It's be smart. Try not to fail early. Try to get yourself in the best positions. Best positions are going to be trades where you execute your strategy to the fullest. So focusing on that would be cents per trade. Let's say I'm going to risk 5 cents and I'm going to make 10 cents. And that's the way you need to look at a lot of the times of trading, so that you can make that next step up and really start sizing up.
Yep. That's how you kind of got to do it, man. That's what it takes, you know. Read the one on how I lost 100K. It's no joke. Let's check it out. All right, so this is from Forex Trader here. He said, I had $100,000 spread over a bunch of small oil companies and watched it all melt away over several months during the oil downturn. Now that was deer in the headlights. I pulled out just 1,400 in the end. Oof, that's rough, bro. But that's life, man, you know, and that's part of trading, brother. Sorry to hear that, man. But yeah, I bet you have some risk management system in place now, you know, and that's why losing is necessary sometimes. It's just about whether you want to lose a lot or a little bit when you first get started.
Yep. Yeah, 35 cents sounds better than 3,500. I agree. And it happens real quick, guys.
Yeah, real quick, dude.
And
yeah, guys, I'm probably gonna close it down, start trading my system.
Yeah, go for it. Let's go do it, John. 1 cent per day, guys. 1 cent per day. If you focus on that, you'll be able to see the gains and the losses in your strategy. Remember, you're building strategy. You're not trying to gain those gains just yet. Build the perfect strategy where you can execute it day in, day out, then try to size up to get those gains that you're looking for. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us at Beginner Trading, guys. You guys always stick with our Discord. Our Discord is how we keep up to date 24 hours a day. You guys can connect with us there. And
if you guys want to see how we trade after the stream. Sorry, that's what I was saying. They can see us how we trade after the stream in our Discord.
Definitely, guys, and definitely check out Trade Ideas, those scanners that you guys see put up. They let us put these up. This is an excellent, fast alert system. If you guys are looking for alerts, don't look for traders and gurus out there. I would say get the best scanner system out there, and I think that's Trade Idea right here.
Yeah, they have their winter test drive going on right now. And like I said, if you've ever thought about using Trade Ideas, for the time being, their winter test drive is up right now. It basically lets you test out their services for less than $10. You can try out Trade Ideas for over a week. I think it just makes sense. And so, yeah, if you want to help support our channel, it's a great way as well. And so, yeah, the test drive basically works. It's $8.99. You get to try it out for at least a week with Trade Ideas. And again, to put that into perspective, I pay $118 a month for mine, and so it's super cheap. Really cool company, best scanners in the game, and I think if you look at all the top traders, they're using Trade Ideas. So if you want to check out that and be a part of the winter test drive, like I said, it's going on right now. I'll post this link.
All right, traders, you guys stick around. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Oh, also, guys, like I said, if you want to use our platform, there are some benefits to using them, and I'll post that link one more time. You get 14,000 in buying power. Like I said, everything Mitch and I do is free. We put all of this out there for free, and so if you want to help support our channel, and if you're interested in day trading with no PDT for cheap, maybe you're a new trader, maybe you're an experienced trader, but the point is, for $400, you get the intro package. That includes a day trading course, access to a chat room, and their demo account for a few weeks to learn how to trade on their platform. And then almost everybody's approved for the funded account, and that gives you 14,000 in buying power, no PDT rule, and shorting ability, so you can day trade short. There is a max loss of $700 because it operates like a prop firm, and there's a profit split, but again, for new traders, I think it just makes sense. Now, like I said, this is not my course, this is not my funded account, this is independent of me, and so if you want to check out the same platform we're using, I'll include that link. But like I said, of course, we're biased in their regard because we post links, but here's the link if you want to check them out.
Definitely,
All right, and
guys.
yeah,
Check
guys,
it out, guys.
smash
Yeah,
that subscribe
definitely.
button, and we'll see you
Hit
all
that.
later.
Hit that, guys. Hit that subscribe. Hit the bell. The bell's the best part. We'll let you know every single time we get on and exactly when we get on. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Take care.
Yep. See you guys. Appreciate the sub, Sebastian. Later, guys.